in accordance with Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990. If you require a disability-related modification or accommodation to attend or participate in this meeting, including auxiliary aids or services, please call the City Clerk's office at 310-952-1720 at least 48 hours prior to the meeting. Public information. The public may address the members of the City Council on any matters within the jurisdiction of the City Council or on any items on the agenda of the City Council during the designated public comment periods. There will be two oral communication sessions, one for agendized items, comment about items on the agenda, and the other for non-agendized items, comments about items not on the agenda. The oral communication portion of the agenda is limited to a duration of 1 hour unless otherwise approved by the City Council. Comment time is normally 3 minutes, depending on the number of speakers. Public viewing available by live stream on the city's website. The meeting will be streamed live over the internet, www.carsonca.gov, or on YouTube, www.youtube.com/c/City of Carson, California, official YouTube page. Cable Spectrum Channel 35 and AT&T Channel 99. If you are unable to attend the meeting in person, public comments can be submitted before the meeting. Email. Public comments can be emailed to cityclerk@carsonca.gov. The cutoff time to submit any email communications is 3 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Written communications can be dropped off at the City Clerk's office at City Hall. The cutoff time to submit any written communications is 3 p.m. on the day of the meeting. Written communications dropped off at the City Clerk's office or any email received will not be read aloud at council meetings, but will be circulated to City Council and incorporated into the minutes. Meeting of today. Oh, shucks. You know I've been off, don't you? Calling to order the City Council meeting, the Carson Reclamation Authority, and who else? Let me see your agenda. Here it is. The Public Financing Authority and the City Council meeting today is October 21st. Madam City Clerk, roll call, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councilmember Deere.
Present.
Councilmember Hilton. Present. Councilmember Rojas. Present. Mayor Pro Tem Hicks.
Present.
Mayor Davis Holm.
Present.
Let the record show all are present.
We'll have a flag salute by our Honorable Bishop, Council Member.
Shall we stand? Right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll have invocation by Pastor Henry Yadell from Harbor Community Church of God. How are you? Yes, please come to the podium.
Give me a second here and I'll get right to it. Good afternoon, everyone. Peace and blessings to all of you here today, and especially to our mayor, city council, and all city staff present. I am deeply grateful for the opportunity to offer this invocation at the beginning of your city council meeting. Thank you for your openness and respect for diverse beliefs. And now, can you please join me in invoking a blessing of wisdom and understanding in these chambers today? Let us pray. God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Father of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, we come before you with gratitude. We give you thanks and praise for all of your mighty works. We're so thankful that you are a God of love who is with us now in this very room. You never leave us or forsake us. Thank you for creating and sustaining us day by day. We thank you for the calling you have given us to be good stewards of your creation and to love our neighbors as ourselves. We thank you for our city, especially for our elected officials, businesses, churches, families, and individuals who make our city the great place it is. Their work is invaluable, and we are grateful for their dedication. In your word, Father, you have said that citizens ought to obey the governing authorities, since you have established those very authorities to promote peace and order and justice. Therefore, I pray for our mayor, for the various levels of city officials, and in particular, for this assembled council. I am asking that you gracefully grant them wisdom to govern amongst the differing interests and issues of our time, a sense of the well-being and actual needs of our community, a deep thirst for justice and rightness, confidence in what is good and fitting, the ability to work together in harmony even when there is honest disagreement, personal peace in their lives, and joy in their task. Father, I pray for the agenda set before them today. Please provide assurance on what would please you and what would benefit those who live and work in and around our beloved city of Carson. May this meeting bring us closer to a future filled with prosperity, peace, and justice. In the blessed name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
all of you. Peace and blessings.
Thank you. Closed session items 2 through 3. Madam Clerk, are there anyone wishing to speak on closed session items?
Madam Mayor, there are none.
Mr. City Attorney, report for closed session, please.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The City Council will meet in closed session for agenda item number 2, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation. A closed session will be held pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D1 to confer with legal counsel regarding pending litigation to which the city is a party. The title of the litigation is Cam Carson LLC v. Carson Reclamation Authority, City of Carson, and successor agency to the Carson Redevelopment Agency, Los Angeles Superior Court, case number 20 STCV 16461. And agenda item number 3, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation. A closed session will be held pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9 D1 to confer with legal counsel regarding pending litigation to which the city is a party. The title of such litigation is Monique Alvarez et al. V. Prologis Inc., City of Carson et al., Los Angeles Superior Court, case number 21 CVSV 38929.
Thank you. We only have 2 items, so we should be back about 6 or before, a little earlier, 5:45, no later than 6. We're going to recess to closed session. Rules of decorum. No person attending a public meeting will engage in disorderly or boisterous conduct, including, but not limited to, applause, whistling, stamping of feet, booing, or making any loud, threatening, or profane, abusive, personal, or slanderous utterance that disturbs, disrupts, or otherwise impedes the orderly conduct of the meeting. All remarks by members of the public shall be addressed to the mayor or the chair and not to any other member of the public or any single council, board, or commission member, unless in response to a question that the member. Signs, placards, banners, or other similar items shall not be permitted in the audience during a public meeting. All persons attending a public meeting shall obey any lawful order of the presiding officer to enforce the rules of decorum. Treat everyone courteously, listen to others respectfully, exercise self-control, give open-minded consideration to all viewpoints, focus on the issues and avoid personalizing debate, embrace respectful disagreement and dissent as democratic rights that are inherent components of an inclusive public process and tools for forging sound decisions.
Bringing our meeting back to order from recess. Authority, council, please report out.
Yes, thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. The City Council met in closed session for agenda item number 2, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D1 to confer with legal counsel regarding pending litigation entitled Cam Carson LLC versus Carson Reclamation Authority, City of Carson, and successor agency to the Carson Redevelopment Agency, Los Angeles Superior Court case number 20 STCV 16461, and no reportable action was taken. And the City Council met in closed session on agenda item number 3 for conference with legal counsel, existing litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9D1 to confer with legal counsel regarding pending litigation entitled Monique Alvarez et al. V. Prologis, Inc., City of Carson et al., Los Angeles Superior Court number 21 CVSV 38929, and no reportable action was taken. That concludes my report.
Before we go to Captain Norm, and I have to do your presentation, I'd like to call up Dr. Melanie Philander. She has to leave at 6:30. She's a doctor. Can we go down and take a few photos with her as my photographer here? Okay. To my colleagues, we'll go down front because she has to leave. She has a 6:30, very important appointment.
Family plans that were made a while ago that I can't get out of.
Okay.
So thank you for being so accommodating. It is a pleasure and an honor to meet you.
How are you?
I'm well, how are you? And thank you so much for being so accommodating.
Oh, of course. I'm always accommodating to our doctors. I save our lives. As you know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And Friday the 17th, we had an awesome Women's Health Conference and Business Expo. There were 900 ladies dressed in pink for an all-day conference, and I always say that, you know, this is your day, ladies. This is your day to talk about and celebrate you and about what it is that we're concerned about as ladies. You know, we always get caught up into taking care of the kids, the husbands, and sometimes we forget about us. So the 17th was dedicated to the ladies, but October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I tell everyone that it's in the sound of my voice, and I tell people, because you need to share your story, that I'm a 35-year breast cancer survivor. And that's all because of God. He says, girl, I got something else for you to do. You are not getting out of here that easy. And at the day of the conference, when I first started doing this 11 years ago, I had about 20 ladies to come up and say not only breast cancer, but all forms of cancer. And they didn't want to tell their story. So as we kept going and we kept going, there were over 100 ladies that marched in their pink robes, from newly inductees to someone that was a 50-year survivor. God is good. So I could not let Breast Cancer Awareness Month go by without saying, if you have a story to tell, tell it. Whether it's for breast cancer, prostate cancer. I know my MPT does a men's, you didn't have it this year? Okay, well, he will have one soon. It'll be next year.
Next September.
September, I was requested to have a men's conference, and he does it on prostate. So we want to educate and encourage all our residents. Tell your story, because you don't know someone could be listening and it could help them. And that's what I say, tell your story all the time. And to all of the ladies that came out, and to you, my doctor, that took time from your busy schedule to come out and receive this proclamation on Breast Cancer Awareness Month, whereas the city of Carson, California, recognizes the profound impact breast cancer has on individuals, families, and the wider community. And whereas the city of Carson recognizes that October Breast Cancer Awareness Month presents a crucial opportunity to bolster our collective commitment to breast cancer education and research. And whereas the city of Carson is dedicated to standing with those undergoing treatment, celebrating the triumphs of survivors, and honoring the memories of those who have passed. And whereas the city of Carson demonstrates its commitment through initiatives such as the annual Women's Health Conference, which provides valuable information and resources to residents, enhancing awareness and encouraging self-awareness and preventing screening. Now, therefore, the mayor and the city of Carson, California, do hereby proclaim the month of October 2025 as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and urges all its residents to engage in preventive health measures to support this important cause and continue these efforts throughout the year. It's dated today, the 21st of October. It's signed by all of us on the city council, attested to by our city clerk, but it's signed by your mayor. And would you like to have a few words? I do have something to read, but I want you to tell your own story, okay?
I would love that. Thank you. I just want to say thank you for the honor and privilege of being with you all tonight. And I will keep this brief because I know you have a big agenda. But like the mayor, I am not just a breast cancer surgeon. I am also a breast cancer survivor. Chasing your tail, 22 years for stage 3. My mother is with me tonight. She's 12 years out from her diagnosis of breast cancer. My sister will be undergoing surgery this December, but we also know she's going to be fine. So it's obviously a very important topic in our family, and it's a very important topic every day that I go to work. I had the privilege of giving a talk on early detection last week for Torrance Memorial Medical Center at their Miracle of Living, and the mayor is right. The single most important thing that survivors can do to help the people they love is tell your story. Tell your friends and loved ones to get their mammograms, because when we find cancer early, we cure it 99% of the time. So thank you so much for letting me join you tonight, and thank you for the privilege of being with you.
And I want to say that Dr. Freeland is a highly respected surgeon and is dedicated to advocating for cancer awareness and treatment. She is a board-certified general surgeon. I say that again, a board-certified general surgeon, and fellow of the American College of Surgeons, who specializes in minimally invasive laparoscopic and breast cancer surgery. And I wanted to emphasize a board-certified surgeon because if you ever get a chance to attend the Women's Health Conference, there are nothing but MDs there. I do not allow anyone that wants to be an MD to come and talk to my ladies, because I want them to get the facts from a medical doctor. And these doctors rearrange their schedules to spend the day with us. Some come in the morning for the panel, and some are there until 3 o'clock. They rearrange their schedule. I had a few that had to leave for surgery, but they come out because this is very important to them. So I've had people come and say, well, I have a certificate. I can do this. No, you can't. No, you can't. I want what this says, a certified medical doctor that can tell the story to our ladies, because you don't ever know. What'd you say?
I said she gotta go.
She has to go? She not going.
She gotta go.
Oh. Please finish. I'll just say I love you. She's not going to miss her appointment. She had to leave by 6:30. I have 15 more minutes. So we're going to take this photo, and you can leave 10 minutes early, okay? Mom,
Thank you so much.
I want one with your daughter, and then I want one with Mom. In the middle. Okay. One more, Mom.
Okay. I'll give Mom first. Sorry, here we go.
Thank you.
Microphone is pink.
Oh, yes. Pink microphone. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
Honor
coming
to
out.
meet you. I think my partner, Dr. Ollie Jones, was at your event.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, and we want you there next
I
year.
recruited her. I'd be honored.
Please.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. My guys are rushing me because they don't want to be here until 12 o'clock.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Because we have a large agenda, but I'm not going to pay any attention because I missed the last meeting. You stuck with me. Thank you. Our captain, come on down and I'll go back and take my seat.
Can you hear me okay? All right. Thank you for this opportunity to let you know what's been going on here at Carson Sheriff Station. I just want to share a couple things that we've done and experienced for the last couple weeks. On October 1st, we hosted at Norm's restaurant here in Carson, National Coffee with the Cobb Day, in which we had quite a few attendees, including myself and deputies at Carson that were actually in attendance. On October 2nd, we hosted a briefing with LA 28. It was actually hosted by the City of Carson at the Carson Emergency Operations Center. In attendance was Carson's Mayor Lula Davis Holmes and stakeholder personnel, representatives from LA 28. Providing the information on the briefing was LA County Sheriff's Department's Emergency Operations Bureau, as well as Carson Sheriff's personnel attended, and we were able to collaborate and discuss some issues as far as LA 28 and the upcoming events that will happen moving forward. On October 4th, the Jazz Festival was hosted by the City of Carson at Anderson Park. In attendance was the SAL teams as well as Carson Sheriff's Lieutenant Lumpkin. On October 10th, the City of Carson had a free food giveaway attended by Lieutenant Carl Lumpkin and hosted by Mayor Pro Tem Cedric Hicks. On October 11th, we had a 5K, 10K run, which was hosted and sponsored by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Athletic Association and the City of Carson. The event serves as a fundraiser for our upcoming Baker to Vegas team, our running team. And this run was actually also open to the public. On October 16th, we had a town hall hosted by Mayor Pro Tem Cedric Hicks. On the 19th, we had thank you for Carson's Councilwoman Bocatia Rojas for participating in a ride-along operation that we conducted for a street racing enforcement operation. During the course of that operation, we actually conducted multiple traffic stops. We had citations that were issued, 5 modified emission inspections were conducted, an arrest was conducted, and we also towed vehicles for having suspended license. In addition, we identified numerous vehicles that we will serve court orders for, and we'll actually roll back and impound those vehicles for 30 days. The crime in Carson is still continuing to trend down at a negative 6.5%. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, Captain. Any questions from my colleagues? Councilwoman.
Thank you. I just wanted to thank you and your staff and your specialized units for having those street takeover task forces. I think everyone here in the room, we see it on the news. We see how dangerous it is, and the young folks that are involved in these street takeovers. So thank you for doing that. It's necessary. We need to do more of those task forces. You know, I retired after 35 years of law enforcement. I come back, and then now I'm back out in patrol, but with the Carson Sheriffs. So
Can't get it out of your system.
that was
Yeah.
it was great to see and to be part of public safety in the city of Carson and how you operate. And congratulate all your deputies and sergeants and everybody that was there that night.
Thank you for
Carson
joining
really
us.
appreciates all
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you.
Madam Mayor, I do have a question.
Just a second. You need to queue up. MPT Hicks.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Captain Norman, thank you for all the work that you do along with your deputies. I just want to thank you for being out there for the food giveaway we did at Dolphin Park. The last number we received was over 300 plus families were serviced on that day and getting fresh fruits and vegetables. So I want to thank you and Lieutenant Lumpkin that was out there helping giving out the food to the residents over at Dolphin Park. And again, you was out at Anderson Park when they did the town hall meeting. We had 55 plus residents at that town hall meeting, standing room only. One thing that came out of that town hall meeting is I want to make sure that the residents know that it's being stated on University Drive between Wilmington and Central Avenue. There's been a high propensity of big rig trucks going down that street, and it's shaking the homes in the area. So there is a sign to the city manager that at the corner of University Drive in Wilmington, that's a flashing light that says no trucks. It was requested, can we put maybe one or two more on that same route itself that flashes? Because if they don't see the first one, there's nothing else that signifies to let you know you should not be on the street, so that the actual law enforcement can actually do even greater ticketing for that process. Okay. But again, I just want to thank you for all the work you guys are doing. And I know they were very impressed with the stats you gave about the street takeovers, the arrests, the cars impounded, the tickets being issued. It's just showing that we are making a charge at this to get this corrected in our community.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Hilton.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Captain, I just wanted to bring to your attention, and I know it's already at your attention, the library on Avalon, the Martin Luther King Library. We have they congregate, the unhoused, they congregate right outside the library. It makes it difficult for those people who would like to go to the library to go inside the library. And I'm not sure, I know that they put the gate up, but that gate has done nothing but made them hang out at the gate. So I'm not sure if we can do some extra patrol over there. I'm so thankful for our unhoused team that the city of Carson has, but it seems like they know when our unhoused team gets off, because they just go park, they go house themselves right in front of the gate. And I'm just hoping that it's something that we can do as a city. I get calls all times of the night, like they're out there again, and I just hope it's something that we can do to do that. I know at one time the person in the library was welcoming them in and just letting them. So it's my hope that we can do something to welcome the others who would like to use the library as a resource, but people don't feel comfortable going past the unhoused to do that.
Absolutely. I'll make sure that our host team addresses it.
Thank you so much.
And I want to ditto the doctor's comments. I get these phone calls, and the question is, let's give it the same attention that we gave the Carson Library, and I don't think it's getting that. And to our city manager, I don't know how we need to, that needs to be an every hour monitoring on, not just when we get a phone call. I get these, I have my eyes and ears in the area that calls and says this and sends me pictures. So if we could kind of have them monitor that every other hour, whatever, because like Dr. Hilton said, they know our schedule. And maybe we have to let them work a little later or something.
We'll do, Madam Mayor. We'll put together a plan that both brings the attention to your requests by altering schedules, and then also see if we can't put some type of apparatus that will assist in looking at what's going on over there. So we'll work with our Director of Public Safety, Ms. Nora Garcia, who's back, so she's ready to jump on these
right into it.
Violators quickly.
Thank you, Councilman Deere.
Thank you, Captain. Again, thank you for an excellent report. We really appreciate how thorough you are, and it's really valuable, not just for the elected officials, but for everyone watching on television to know about your activities of your great staff. Having said that, I got several phone calls on Saturday morning about Friday night's street takeover at Carson Street in Dolores. I hadn't heard of a street takeover at that location previous to this. So one of the questions asked was the people who actually organized or put it on, were they any of them from Carson, or is it a typical street takeover, people from many miles around, they come there and congregate and block off the streets so people can't get home? One of my constituents was coming home at 1 a.m. and couldn't get to her house because
it sounds like this is one of the impromptus. It's not one that's actually been a major street takeover, but nevertheless, I'll have my team take
kind of
a look at
a
this
minor
location.
one, but still a street takeover.
Exactly. And so we'll have our team take a look at it. Generally, when that happens, as far as the response, that'll be just a patrol. That'll be a patrol response. Deputies will go out and mostly because it's many times it's more street takeover participants than deputies. So they're just mostly trying to move them along. Mm-hmm. But wasn't aware of this location as being highlighted as one of our frequent locations of street takeovers. However, I'll have them take a look at it.
Yeah, it apparently happened after midnight sometime. 1 a.m. is what time she said she couldn't get to her house.
Right, we're open 24/7.
I know. Thank goodness. Yeah. And so the last question is, our anti-street takeover ordinance, is it a useful tool for your staff, the one that the city of Carson passed?
Yes, we utilize that in addition to what we have, some of the tools.
Great. It's good to hear that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Captain.
Absolutely, ma'am. Have a good evening.
Okay. Next is a friendly reminder that our city council meeting date has changed from November 4th to November 5th because of the election. So if you're looking for me on the 4th, I won't be here until the 5th. Okay, that meeting date has changed. Is that correct, Mr. Doctor? Okay. And then I'm going to take the liberty as a chair to move up of a presentation because I have an audience. And the councilwoman and I had the opportunity to visit Tokyo as a guest, a delegation. We attended the summit. And there were, I think, 13 other mayors that were in attendance. It was October 6th to the 10th. I must say, your city shined. We were the hit of the conference. And it was a good conference. It wasn't exactly what I anticipated, but it was a good conference. And we have just a brief slideshow to present. But before we do that, I have my councilwoman who traveled with me. She has a brief statement that she'd like to make. But it was a good experience for us to be invited. Not we just showed up. We were invited to this summit along with the other mayors to showcase the city of Carson. They've heard about us now in Japan. So I'm excited about that. We have gone global. Councilwoman.
Yes, thank you. Yes, we want to thank the Japan United States Leadership Summit. We were on the news in Japan, and they sent some excerpts from that. But we do want to thank them. I mean, it was a 5-day work day. We were up at 6 a.m. and we didn't get back until 8. We really were working and presenting and sharing, and it wasn't. We worked so. We want to thank Japan. It was a learning, engaging, and being inspired about how collaboration and innovation can truly make each of our cities better. And we were able to see how the other cities and other countries, how they make their cities better. So there was a World Expo in Osaka, and that was an excellent experience. You're going to see it here on the video, bringing together nations from across the globe, showcasing their most groundbreaking inventions and innovations. And it was a reminder of the power of creativity, partnership, and the shared vision for a better future. And I'm telling you, Japan is is up there in technology and innovation. They really take pride in their country. A special thanks to our foreign dignitaries in Japan. We have the U.S. Consul General of Japan, Jason Cubas, who spent time with us, and to the world-renowned and award-winning architects. Shigeru Ban showed us how they build out of paper products. Okay, I know this is not something California can do, but this is how innovative the Japanese architects are. Also, Paul Tanguy for sharing his brilliance and building the most impressive Cocoon Tower in Tokyo, Japan. I think that's, if you Google that, you will see that tower. And these are the architects that we were able to spend time with and learn how they handled building in their city. Thank you to the Governor Yuriko Koike. She's Tokyo's first female governor. And as of yesterday, I want to congratulate on behalf of the city of Carson, California, and the United States of America. We want to congratulate Japan's first female prime minister, Sanai Takaichi. So that is something great. So the mayor and I were proud to represent Carson, California, the jewel of the South Bay. You're going to hear, we said that several times on this international stage. And why don't we see the video of just a little bit of what we did for those 5 days. It's just the highlights of what we did, but I'm telling you, it was a great 5-day work day. And if you go to Japan and they say, if you ask where something is at, they're going to point there. I guarantee you it's 27,000 steps later. It is not just over there, but the people in Japan, they love to walk. They're into public transportation. It's one of the cleanest cities I've ever been to, and it's just beautiful. So we're very lucky that the city of Carson was there to share in how we do business here in Carson with the rest of the world. So thank you. So let's see the video.
Bowman like Canada Flintridge. Atena esci perché lei Oscar Gutierrez Mona mia è stato Santa Barbara Tane scena San Francisco Country and City. Roja City of Carson Davis Holmes. Kim Bowman like Canada Flintridge. Oh, Adena Ishi Berke Oscar Gutierrez Mona mia in Roja City of Carson Lula Davis home city of Carson Martha Guerrero West Sacramento John Kaji Toran Chapin United States Leadership Summit delegation. Yeah. City of Carson Lula Davis home city of Carson Martha Guerrero West Sacramento John Kaji Toran Chapin United States Leadership Summit delegation. Yeah.
So I want to add that song was created there in Japan from one of their artists there, and as you can see, we bow a lot. That's what they do, and that is a sign of respect, and that's how they greet each other. So a lot of bowing, and again, that was great.
It was great, but they made that song, and it was just awesome because we went in. I didn't see our kimonos. We had to dress that night, and when we walked in, this was the song they were playing. Everybody was saying, "Well, why Carson got their own song?" Because we were the noisiest ones there. We made ourselves known and what we were doing here in the city. So thank you. I know my Lulu girls did this tape for putting it together. Everybody, I did not tell them that to call Carson. Okay, folks. When I walked in, I was just as surprised as you are that they thought enough of Carson because we came prepared. You know, everybody wanted. You gave Crystal, yeah, that's the way we roll. You know, everybody else had their little gifts. And one guy said from Ontario, well, who can follow them? But anyway, it was a good educational learning experience. I didn't get a chance to shop. So we worked from 8 in the morning to 8 at night, and it was around the clock. So thank you, my councilwoman, for joining me on this journey. It was well worth the time we spent there. Next week, now my colleagues will go back down and do the rest of our presentations. Oh, you queued up? Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, Arlene, did you finish? Yeah, okay. Dr. Hilton.
Madam Mayor, I wasn't mad at your theme song. It reminded me when I was growing up, when I was a kid, it's a movie called I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. And the dude, he was outside and he said, every good superhero needs his own theme song. So I wasn't mad at you. You're a good superhero.
Oh.
So Carson, you got your own theme song.
That's my theme song.
Yeah, so I wasn't mad at you for having your own theme song. Good superhero.
I'm a superhero. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody, did you get that so I can have it typed? Thank you. So we'll now go down and finish our presentations before we get into our agenda, but we have about 5 more. Let's make it short if we can. Thank you to the ladies for putting that tape together. First recognition is for Blaine and Taj. Are you here? For their commitment to the athletic and academic goals. All right. Congratulations. Yeah, athletic and academic goals. All right. Come on, get in the middle. Dad is going to explain everything about this award. Come on over, Dad. What's your name, Dad?
I'm Blaine Watson Sr.
Oh, Blaine Watson Sr. How are you, sir?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. Blaine Watson Sr. Oh, wait a minute. Where's this?
Thank you. So first of all, thank you, Mayor, for the opportunity tonight. Distinguished City Council members, City of Carson committee members, my name is Blaine Watson Sr. I'm here with Blaine and Taj, both boys. I'm extremely proud of the work that they've done. They're very committed young athletes, and student athletes is what really, really marks their territory as young men, really doing really well in the community as students, but also both these men, young men and soon-to-be men, play competitive baseball and football at a national level. at only 12 years old. Just some quick highlights to share about Taj first. So about Blaine and Taj are both 12 years old. They don't look it, right? They're 12 years old. And Taj plays on a national level with the Carson Colts here from Carson City, a superb athlete, has been a superb soccer player, not just a football player, but also star baseball player. They actually used to play on the same baseball team. He's also participated in many rec sports here at Del Amo Park, and is a straight A student, and really proud of the work that he's done. I'm here with his family here, the McLean family, really good friends, and they're obviously, thank you, Dad, X or Semenyo, and Lizette for your support of Taj. I'm also here with my wife, Jessica, little brother, Blas, and Bia. We're talking about my son, Blaine. Blaine also is a student athlete, very proud of the work he's done. Both these young men commit to working out 7 days a week, training 7 days a week. And Blaine plays on a national level as well. He was actually invited to the USA national baseball team training camp this past summer. He's one of the top 12U baseball players in the country. And yes. In addition to that, he's in his school speech and debate club. So he should actually be speaking right now, not me. Uh-huh. And he's a superb chess player as well. He was a chess champion last year, and really proud about what these young men are going to accomplish in the next several years and the rest of their lives moving into manhood. So we just wanted to thank you, Mr. Roberts, as well, for a good friend of mine and brother. Thank you for the opportunity tonight to have these young men recognized. I don't know if you want to have them say something quickly. Absolutely. Here we go.
Hi, everyone. First of all, I want to say thank you to Mr. Roberts for making this happen. Appreciate it very much. And for the opportunity to be known as one of the national kids for baseball at Carson, City of Carson. And that's pretty much it. I don't know how that is to say. Never scared.
All I want to say is thank you, Mr. David Roberts, for letting this happen. And thank you for the mayor for also letting this happen. And I'm just happy for this award. And also, I am proud to be a resident for the city of Carson.
Come on. I have 2 certificates. Come over here, Mr. City Manager. I'm gonna let you read it. I share.
Yes, ma'am.
They both read the same. One's for Blaine and one's for Taj.
Okay, and Madam Mayor, would it be okay if Taj's family coming up too, so they can be in the photo real quick? So.
Well, let's do the 2 first, and then we'll call up each family. Okay.
Perfect. This is to Blaine Watson Jr. in honor of your outstanding achievements and dedication to Little League Baseball. Your exceptional sportsmanship, commitment, and talent on the field have brought immense pride to the entire Carson community. Best wishes on all your future endeavors by the mayor, council, and the city of Carson.
And the city manager. Do this quick photo, then we're gonna have the parents to come up for each of the children, young men.
Here we go. Here's one right here. Here we are. Everyone's looking right at this camera. Dr. Roberts, can you scoot a little this way, please? There you go. All right, there you go. Lovely. And then you do.
Okay, Blaine's family. And then we'll have Taj after we take this one, okay? Come on, the Blaines. You have family here too? Okay. We're gonna do one at a time. Then we're gonna do Blaine first.
We'll switch.
Stand right here with next to Bia. There you go.
Perfect. All right, here we are.
Big smile, young man. Look at the camera.
Wait, no, we're good right here. Everyone, here we are. All right, smiles, everyone. Right here. Lovely. And then we'll
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Keep it up. Good work.
Madam Mayor, what Blaine didn't say was Blaine Sr. didn't say he's a stellar principal. He used to be a stellar principal. Now he's training principals.
Wow.
And
Awesome.
Taj dad grew up right here in Delamo. I went to school with him.
We keep it at home. Thank you. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Next, we have a proclamation recognizing the second week of October as Code Enforcement Officer Appreciation Week by MPT Hicks.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Can we get code enforcement? This happens when you come back to work, huh? Come on over, Ronnie and Nora. Welcome back. Come on, code enforcement. Come on down here. Where's Rocco?
Come on down. Come on, step out a little further, MPT.
A proclamation in recognition of the second week of October as Code Enforcement Appreciation Week, whereas safety, health, and welfare of our community depends significantly upon the diligent enforcement of state and local codes and ordinances, and whereas our dedicated code enforcement officers serve on the front lines, often addressing complex and sensitive issues involving property maintenance, zoning, public nuisances, housing standards, and environmental protection. Whereas these officers play a vital role, yet frequently unsung role in fostering vibrant neighborhoods, protecting property value, and ensuring a high quality of life for our residents. And whereas code enforcement officers are tirelessly demonstrating professionalism, integrity, and exceptional commitment, often in challenging circumstances to achieve compliance and mediate disputes. Whereas it is fitting and proper that we set aside a special time to recognize and express our sincere gratitude for your essential contributions and invaluable services that these dedicated public servants provide to our jurisdiction. Now therefore be it proclaimed, the Mayor, the City Council of the City of California do hereby proclaim the second full week of October as Code Enforcement Officer Appreciation Week and call upon all residents, businesses, and community organizations to join in recognizing and celebrating the hard work, dedication, and invaluable contribution of our code enforcement officers. Dated today, the 21st day of October, 2025, and is signed by the entire City Council and attested by our City Clerk, Dr. Clea Bradshaw. And Nora just back off from maternity leave, so I just want you to say a few words about your code enforcement.
Well, first, it's good to be back. I want to first obviously thank Mayor, MPT, and the entire City Council for recognizing code enforcement. If I can just have all of the public safety team please stand up. We celebrate as a team and as a family. It does take a village in public safety. It's when it comes to code enforcement, it's an entire group effort. Our code enforcement officers, they work behind the scenes to make the city of Carson beautiful for our residents, our business owners, and our visitors alike. So I know we're going to keep it short and sweet, so we're not going to go to other speeches, but I do also want to recognize our team. Jan has been with the city for over 20 years as our code enforcement supervisor. Our other code enforcement supervisor unfortunately couldn't be here today, and then we have our officers, Weston, Rivas, and then we have our public safety services manager, and I see Lise Enriquez. We have our other code enforcement officer there as well. And then Rockhold back here also has been with public safety for over 20 years. So if we can get everybody up front.
Yeah, we want to see the officers.
Absolutely. So thank you very much for this award. Appreciate it.
What about the rest of the staff? Come on over here.
Come on up, staff.
Down.
Come on up. All
Come
of public
on
safety,
down,
please
public
come on
safety.
down. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Yeah, come on down here. I want to see all of you. It's called teamwork. Hold your little tummies in and, act like you like each other. I don't want.
We love each other. We do. We love each other. Come on in.
Yeah. Thank you. Come on down. Can you see all of the officers?
Great job. You guys know There you go. All right, here we go, right here. One more. Big smiles, everyone, right here. And then, Mr. Pearson, we'll find your window right here. Perfect.
Find your window.
Oh, everyone's looking right here, please. Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, you guys.
Our team appreciates you very much. Thank you. You know she does your zone, right?
Huh?
You know Shaquana's your zone.
Yeah, I'm in your zone. I've been addressing trash cans for the last 30 days.
I know. They're probably looking at me. Next, we have proclamation recognizing October as Community Planning Month. Dr. Hilton.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have our planning commissioners here tonight, and they're going to receive this. And our planning department, they're here as well. They're all here. Everybody's all in the back. Come on out. Come on down.
Come on down, planning. We're going to be doing a presentation. They're going to be making a presentation at the next council meeting because this one was kind of packed and their presentation is about 18 minutes.
I was
So
here to do the presentation.
we want to give them their own day. How are you? How are you, madam?
Y'all not coming
How
up
are
here?
you?
Okay.
Come on down,
I
planning.
thought that's what I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Come on down. Look at we have the planning department.
Manager, all right.
Planning and economic development.
And economic development. How are you?
This is a proclamation representing.
How are you? Let's line up over here, some of you, right in the middle.
This is a proclamation in recognition. The community, the planning, the planners. They want their own night. They want their own. They want their. The commissioners. They want their own night. No, they said come on up here. I think that's what the mayor wants you guys to come up here.
You're part of the planning department. Come on up here. They're going to have their own. The next council meeting, you guys have your own night. I want you here. You're part of the team. I know Diane doesn't like many pictures. Look at her.
McKinney, you want to hold this one? We want to send our love and our prayers to McKenna, our planning manager, right? She lost her mother, and she's still here tonight. A proclamation in recognition of Community Planning Month, whereas change is constant and affects all cities, towns, suburbs, counties, boroughs, township rules, areas, and other places. And whereas community planning and plans can help manage this change in a way that provides better choices for how people work and live. Whereas planning can influence economic development, housing development, and design parks and recreation program provisions, public transportation, and design, maintenance, and public facilities, as well as the management of programs that local government is responsible for. Whereas we recognize the many valuable contributions made by professional communities and regional planners of the City of Carson and extend our heartfelt thanks for the continued commitment to public service by these professionals. Now, therefore, the Mayor and the City Council of Carson, California, do hereby proclaim the month of October 2025 as Community Planning Month and urge all citizens to join with representatives and the American Planning Association and government agencies in activities, events, and ceremonies designed to pay tribute to our planning professionals and to recognize the substantial contributions they make in creating community spaces we love. Dated this day, signed by the entire City Council and attested by our City Clerk, Dr. Kalia Bradshaw.
Thank you.
You want to say something?
You'd like to say a word or two?
Sure. Thank you. Well, first I want to say thank you to our Honorable Mayor Lula Davis Holmes, MPT Hicks,
and the Honorable Commission, excuse me, I'm so used to saying Planning Commission, Council, so excuse me for that. To be recognized this evening means a lot to our team. As you mentioned, a lot of the going ons throughout the city is because of this excellent team of professionals that's helping to move the city forward and to maintain being the jewel of the South Bay. So we're really excited about the future projects that's happening and continuing to help move our city forward. And just as a quick plug, as a person who was raised in Carson by my mom, who went to schools in Carson, raised my family in Carson, and still a resident, it's really important to be a part of this community professionally and as a resident. So again, I really want to applaud our team as well as our Honorable Planning Commission who stands with us and help lead us into the positive direction for the city. So thank you again.
I want to say thank you because she is homegrown. You're the planning manager now. And, we have qualified residents here in the city of Carson. So when we get an opportunity to promote them, that's what we do. Because who knows Carson better than someone has lived, worked, played, prayed, and now is working in the city of Carson, whose heart is there. So our goal is to promote the ones, but you just can't come say I'm a Carson resident. Now let's clear that up real quick. This young lady went back and got her master's degree, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Fight on, USC. Fight on, USC, absolutely.
Fight on.
From USC. And so all of the staff knows how I feel about education because it's very important. I tell everybody the degrees teaches you the why of you're doing these jobs. And so until you get that why, you're not as successful as the person that does. So I want to thank you and commend you for going back and getting your degree, all while working here in the city of Carson. Thank you. And raising a family. How many kids you have?
I have two, but yeah. I have two.
Okay, we'll leave that alone. We only got 3.
Which way? Back this way?
Just a little bit, then we can get Mr. Plummer in.
Really?
You got it.
Here we go, everyone's looking right here.
Thank you. Keep up the good work. We got a lot of dirt moving here in Carson.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Our next Red Ribbon Week, MPT Hicks. Oh, that's not me. You thought that. Red Ribbon Week. No, it's Arlene. Yeah, we'll give it to Arlene. Yeah. Who do we have for Red Ribbon Week?
Richard Best and the sheriffs.
Richard Bish and the sheriff. Come on down.
Yeah, one for the sheriff, one for Richard Best.
The sheriff department?
Yeah, Captain Norman.
Captain Norman, come on down. Red Ribbon Week.
Thank you so much. Okay, here. Proclamation.
And then Captain Norman.
Captain, I'll read it right off the
Come on. You don't have it?
Okay. Thank you. LA County Sheriff's Department Captain Richard Biss, Paz Velasquez, thank you. The proclamation recognizing October 23rd as Red Ribbon Week. Whereas the misuse of alcohol and other drugs continues to pose a serious threat to the well-being of communities across our nation, including our own. Whereas it is a collective responsibility for all residents to engage in visible and unified prevention, education efforts to combat this challenge and promote healthier lifestyles. And whereas the National Family Partnership sponsors the annual National Red Ribbon Campaign, which offers citizens a powerful opportunity to demonstrate the commitment of living a drug-free life. Whereas the campaign's cornerstone, Red Ribbon Week, is celebrated across the country from October 23rd to the 31st and serves as a rallying point for individuals and organizations to unite for a common purpose. And whereas the City of Carson is committed to working alongside our residents to ensure the success of the Red Ribbon campaign and to make a lasting impact on the health and safety of our community. Now, therefore, the mayor and the city council of the city of Carson do hereby proclaim October 23rd and the 31st, 2025 as Red Ribbon Week in the city of Carson. All citizens are encouraged to participate in drug prevention education activities during the time and beyond. Let us make a visible statement for our dedication to a drug-free community and commit to these efforts, not just for 1 week, but throughout the year and our lives, to build a safer and healthy future for all. And it's signed by the mayor and the city of council. And thank you. So why don't we start?
Captain,
Wants to talk first?
we're going to have these short presentations, not those
Yes.
5-minute presentations. Okay.
Very quick one.
Thank you.
On behalf of Carson Sheriffs, I wanted to thank you, Madam Mayor, as well as the council members and the City of Carson for allowing us to participate in the Red Ribbon Week. We, as law enforcement, we hold it to be dear to our hearts, and we appreciate all the children participating in this very important week. And we thank you again for this proclamation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Who's going to speak for you? You? No.
Me?
Are you going to speak too? Here.
All right, I just want to say something, and it's going to come straight from my heart, okay? Since 2012, for 13 years, the city of Carson has been doing Red Ribbon Week. Everybody here, our leaders, are coming together, making plans, decisions, and our staff, especially the park and recreation staff, have been putting the events for the youth, the adults, the families of our community here in Carson. Thank you very, very much.
All right. Thank you. You got no picture. You have a little something? Short? Short?
Yeah.
It's a short one.
Short. Okay, I only have 2 minutes. You can count
No, you
it.
got one.
Okay, see, 2 minutes. So good afternoon, Mayor, councilmen, members, and fellow Carson community advocates. On behalf of CSAP, the Carson Initiative of Substance Abuse Awareness and Prevention, I stand before you with both deep gratitude and heartful dismay. Gratitude because for the past 20 years, the city of Carson has supported us in proclaiming Red Ribbon Week, reminding our community, especially our youth, that living drug-free is the key to be a hopeful future. This movement has brought together schools, families, law enforcement, and churches to declare one united message: life is a puzzle. Solve it drug-free. But I'm also speak honestly today, we are saddened. In the past 19 years, celebrating Red Ribbon with the City of Carson, not just one event, but with more than 1 week of consistent outreach, Red Ribbon tied around the city landmark, student poster contests, community walks, workshop, basketball shootout, no drug-free zone, talent showcase, and multi-agency forum. This year, we are reduced to just today, and even that barely. From 20,000 budget supporting help and prevention, we have 3,000 and no city event. We asked why. Why has our youth's future has been deprioritized? Why is the substance abuse prevention, okay, especially in a time where fentanyl and vaping are destroying lives, not seen as less urgent. We respectfully request that this be agendized in our next City Council session. We want a dialogue, a response, and a solution because our children's lives are not a line item. They are our future, and CSUP is ready to keep doing that work. We just need the city to walk with us again. Thank you for your proclamation. Let us honor it not just in word, but in deed. Mabuhay ang mga kabataan, mabuhay ang Carson. Drug-free is the way to be.
Thank you. Thank you. And as I mentioned to you before, I encourage you to meet with the Filipino Independence Day Foundation, who's responsible for planning all Filipino events here in the city of Carson. So I think there needs to be a meeting with the Filipino Independence Foundation. This was just a presentation, not a recruitment. Thank you. Filipino Independence Day Foundation, Fred Doxel.
No, we just.
Thank you. Who's next? Bullying prevention by Dr. Hilton.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Our bullying prevention proclamation is going to go to Jordan Williams. Let's give it up for Jordan. Jordan is homegrown. He is the founder and CEO of Hope and Healing and Wellness nonprofit, where he's empowering injured athletes to rebuild, rise, and redefine success through financial literacy, mental health, and community healing. He just recently hosted a healing circle for young men to empower them. So I want to read this bullying prevention certificate, give him an opportunity to say something, to highlight himself. He's homegrown, went to our local public schools here, grew up across the street from Anna Lee. A proclamation recognizing October as Bullying Prevention Month. Whereas the city of Carson recognizes the damaging and widespread impact of bullying behavior on individuals and our community as a whole, which can manifest as physical, verbal, or social aggression aimed at creating an imbalance of power. And whereas the increasing use of technology, cyberbullying has emerged and as a form of aggression occurring through electronic devices, posing a significant threat to the well-being of young people and adults alike. The city of Carson is committed to raising awareness throughout the entire community, acknowledging that prevention must begin with each of us and that bullying can occur anywhere, be it on school campuses, in the workplace, and within our homes. Whereas effective prevention is a shared responsibility that requires the collaboration of parents, educators, employers, and community leaders. Whereas the most impactful way to combat this issue is to foster an environment for zero tolerance for bullying, where everyone has the courage to resolve, to intervene, and to report such behavior. Now, therefore, the mayor and the city council of Carson, California, do hereby proclaim the month of October 2025 as Bullying Prevention Month and call upon the residents to join us in promoting respect, kindness, and a commitment to creating a safer community for all of us. Dated this, the 21st day of October 2025, signed by the mayor and the entire city council and attested by our city clerk, Dr. Kalia Brashaw.
Whose baby
Jordan,
is
would you like
this?
to say something to us for a brief moment?
I'd love to. First and foremost, I just want to give all glory to the man above for waking us up this morning and for giving us another opportunity to wake up this morning, another opportunity to wake up this morning. Secondly, I'm sorry. Secondly, city council members, mayor, I just want to say it's an honor to receive this award. It's a blessing, truly. I'm a 24-year-old entrepreneur that's been through trauma, of feeling alone, lost, not worthy. And I would love if you guys would give me the chance to present a few things to you.
Okay.
I know you all are probably wondering, what did I just give our city council members and mayor? Well, those are heartfelt messages from mothers from single parent households, from young men who are 15 or 14 years old who are going through the trauma of feeling alone, lost, suicidal, or they don't have a shoulder to lean on. It's bringing joys to my heart to know that I'm 24 years old and I'm receiving messages like this. Do you guys know what our incarceration rate is? It's very high. Do you guys know why? Because our young men do not have an opportunity to vent, to express what we truly go through. And when we have that opportunity to express what we go through, we either end up in jail or dead before we turn 25 because of that bottled up emotion that we've carried through our entire life. So if you guys know anyone who feel that way, lost, not worthy, or just need somebody to cry with, please send them my way. We're on the verge of changing lives, changing our incarceration rate, and truly building a brotherhood. So thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, yes. Is that your baby?
That's our baby.
Well, I'm going to take this photo, and then I want you to come up. Don't be sitting over there crying, girl. I know you are.
This village is holy.
Come on, Village.
I cannot believe how short he is, though.
Go out there dunking on Carson.
Come on down, Village. Dad, how you doing, Dad? Ooh, how are you? Good. Wonderful.
Look at it. Look at it. That's where it started.
All right.
That's where it started.
Right here. Well, first of all, let's commend this young man for the way he's dressed. Woo-hoo-hoo. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Mom. I've been knowing this family for a long time. Thank you, thank you, thank you for raising these young men up. Thank you where it all started. Apple don't fall far from the tree. 89 years young. Give her a round of applause. Awesome. Don't you just love her? Let's take one with Dad over here by his family.
Squeeze in.
Come on in, Mom.
Squeeze in.
Let's scoot back a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah, let's hold it. Thank you, thank you.
I love to see a short family. It's beautiful.
What?
She worked with your son, Deshaun.
Yes, yes, yes.
Lieutenant. Retired.
Retired. I love it. He's retired, getting ready to retire from the second job. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, my. Does this conclude? I didn't miss anything?
We good?
We good? Yeah, let's go take care of some other business here. You good with the recommendation?
You can get.
Huh? Good with the recommendation? Did I what? Well, I'll make the motion. All right. Oral communications for matters listed on the agenda. Madam City Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have 2 speaker cards regarding item number 38. And just for your information, Madam Mayor, there are 5 speaker cards for non-agendized items.
Okay,
So we now have 3 speaker cards regarding item number 38.
item number 38 is what? Okay. Is that under under discussion? You can either speak now for 3 minutes or you can wait till agenda item is called up. What's the pleasure? You're gonna wait till the item comes up? Okay. Let's go on to our, they were all on the same item?
There are 3 total speaker cards for item number 38. Did we
Okay,
all
we're gonna
want to wait?
bring, each person have 3 minutes and we bring that item up.
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
Oh,
Mr. City Attorney.
I was going to suggest just taking the public comments for that item now. Since it's not a public hearing item, it's just their
Okay.
oral communications and just.
It's just all
They'll
communications.
each have their 3 minutes now. And
Okay, that's fine. All communications, our city attorney requests that we speak now. Call up the first speaker.
Mr. Marco Soto.
Marcos, you have 3 minutes.
Of ASC. We are proud to serve the residents of Carson and to continue improving our local transportation services. We have proven experience across Los Angeles County. ASC currently provides service to over 20 cities in Los Angeles County, and we also operate as a service provider for access services passengers in 4 of the 5 regions throughout the county. This experience gives us scale, reliability, and technical capability to meet Carson's growing transportation needs. We heard your comments at the last meeting, and we have new rider technology. We've recently added a app feature that allows passengers to track their ride in real time and share the trip link with their family members or caregivers. This feature greatly enhances rider safety and peace of mind, especially for seniors and people with disabilities. We also reviewed a comment that was made here about Miss Stewart on September 29th missing a trip. I checked the dispatch records. The first trip was scheduled for 12:40 p.m. Our records show that our driver arrived on site exactly at 12:40 p.m. The second trip was scheduled for 7 p.m. Our driver was on site at 7:03 p.m. And we also have video verification for the 7 p.m. trip request. This confirms our drivers were on time and responsive. Lastly, ASC Uber partnership proposal. ASC is one of Uber's largest and most important taxi partners in the United States. Each week, ASC taxi cab transport nearly 18,000 Uber passengers safely and efficiently. In Carson, ASC and Uber would like to work together on a joint proposal that will benefit the city, its residents, and our drivers. The concept is simple and effective. ASC's call center continues to take all trip orders. This ensures passengers experience no change or confusion in how they book their rides. Trips are first offered to ASC taxi cabs. This keeps local taxi cab drivers engaged and ensures fast and familiar service. If a taxi is not assigned within X amount of minutes, the trip automatically transfers to Uber's platform for dispatch to its network of vehicles. The technical integration already exists. ASC's call center manages a large dial-a-ride contract in Maricopa County, Arizona, where we successfully dispatch trips to Uber and other fleets through the same technology. If approved, this joint proposal will resolve current service gaps caused by occasional driver shortages and ensure seamless coverage for Carson residents. We respectfully request 21 days to return to the city with the full details of the ASC Uber proposal for your review and approval. Thank you for your continued partnership and for allowing us to serve the city of Carson with professionalism, innovation, and care. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next item?
Luz Padua. You
Is
have
that
3
on
minutes?
item number what?
38. All for 38.
Oh, okay. Hi, Luz.
Hello.
Good evening. Thank you for bringing this item up. I have to come here and just say, Honorable Mayor and City Council, I'm here to talk as a resident with a disability who uses this type of transportation. Not only do I use Dollar Ride, I use Access, I use Lyft, and I use Uber. I used to use Uber. I'm here because I've heard of the decision that needs to go up against you for the vote, and I hope that, and I'm really hoping that you guys take into consideration what the gentleman just said, because that's part of my talk now, that it doesn't have to be an either or, it could be a but and. I will say, yes, there are some issues with Dollar Ride. I've experienced them myself, but as a person with a disability, with a visual impairment, I would much rather have Dollar Ride with Yellow Cab currently, where I can call it in, versus having to struggle with my phone. I cannot tell you how difficult that is. Thank you. See, like I couldn't even see where the microphone was. I was just going with it. I can't tell you how difficult it is to try to order an Uber or a Lyft as someone who's visually impaired. And our senior citizens, the older we get, we kind of start to lose a little bit of the clarity in our sight. So apps are a challenge. On top of that, the safety that many of us residents feel with the Dollar Ride. Why? Because we have been riding with these cab drivers for years on end. I have drivers who will look at my daughter, haven't seen her in a while, and next time they see her, they say, oh my God, she's grown so much. So we've developed a relationship. With Uber, with Dollar Ride rather, I can run to the store and say, I'm gonna run in. If you don't have another ride, I'm only gonna be 5 minutes. And they'll wait for me. They'll say, you know what, I don't have another ride. Just go ahead and order it and I'll be here. I can't do that with Uber. With Dollar Ride, the cab drivers, knowing that I only have really one hand to work with because the other one's holding my cane, they will get off, and not everyone, but they will get off and help me with my bags to the door. I can't do that with Uber. So I understand that technology is the way of the future. I get that. But when it comes to this particular specific community, the disabled, visually impaired, senior citizens, we have to be mindful of that. And going back to what the gentleman said prior to me, why don't we work with both? The city of Carson already works with Lyft, so I'm kind of curious to why Uber, if we're already have a relationship with Lyft, why not be able to have the access to, like, give me the choice to also either call Yellow Cab or Uber or Lyft in this case. But like he said, that would work. Partner up. Let's not throw the baby with the bathwater, because again, my community, and I know there's people who have experienced it, I've experienced myself too, but let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. Let's fix and have creative solutions. Let's fix the problem at hand rather than just get rid of it and choose a new carrier with new problems as well. Thank you so much.
The next speaker.
Brandy Murdoch.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Madam Mayor Lula Davis Home, Mayor Pro Tem, my Councilman Cedric Hicks, Councilman Dr. Juwan Hilton, Councilman Jim Deere, and Councilwoman Arlene Rojas. Thank you for this opportunity to speak tonight. I want to begin by recognizing the many wonderful things this council has done recently, from the community town hall meetings, to food giveaways, to the festivals, the conferences, the list goes on. And these efforts mean a great deal to our residents, and I want to express my appreciation. This evening, I'm following up on comments I made at the last council meeting regarding the Disabilities Commission. And the reason I'm bringing this up as it relates to item number 33 is because this is the reason why a Disabilities Commission is needed, so that there are people on the forefront to understand what are the needs, what are the desires of the community by which we are serving. I respectfully ask us to consider expanding this from 2 members to 3 members, so it's a standalone body, again, so that we are focusing on issues. The item that I want to address directly is a transportation contract for Dollar Ride, specifically the discussion about potentially transitioning from Yellow Cab to Uber. Many residents, particularly seniors and members of the disabled community, have reached out expressing a strong preference to remain with Yellow Cab. They have established relationships with the drivers who not only know them personally, but often go above and beyond to provide assistance, helping them in and out of vehicles or ensuring they arrive safely at their destination. We all know that is an option with Uber, which they stated at the last meeting. While I understand and share Mayor Pro Tem Hicks' concern, because I talked to you offline, about the serious issue of seniors being left stranded or waiting hours, especially at dialysis centers or in the evenings, I believe there may be a path forward that maintains accountability and service quality while preserving the relationships and reliability that our residents value. Perhaps, rather than removing the contract, we can look at enhanced quality assurance measures and clear performance standards as part of a renewed agreement with Yellow Cab. I ask the council for your grace and thoughtful consideration on this matter. These services make a real difference in the daily lives of our seniors and residents with disabilities. Thank you again for your time and for your continued dedication to our community. Have a good evening.
Is that all communications? That's the last speaker?
For agendized items, Madam
Thank
Mayor.
you.
But
Now we'll go for approval of the minutes. The consent calendar, I think we have one to walk on, or
Yes, Madam Mayor. For a consent calendar, we would like to add.
what was it?
No, she's going to do the approval of minutes.
Excuse me, Madam Mayor.
yes.
Vote on the minutes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's vote on the minutes.
Who made the motion?
I made the motion, Madam
And
Deputy
who
Clerk.
seconded?
Who seconded?
Hicks.
MPT Hicks.
Yeah, MPT.
Hicks. We're on the minutes. We're on the
Start vote. Oh.
Okay, so Madam Mayor needs to vote.
No, it was loose. This one.
Madam Mayor, can you cast your vote, please? Motion carries.
Thank you. I have a quick question. Luce, did you put an application in for the Disabilities Commission? Were you interested? Thank you. Maisha, could you get a complete spelling of her name for me, please, and have her fill out an application? The consent calendar.
Yes, Madam Mayor. So for consent calendar, requesting for a subsequent needs item that the city attorney, if it's okay, will provide the background briefly as far as the legal requirements for the subsequent needs.
Okay.
Yeah, and the request would be to add an item to the agenda. And the requirements for adding an item to the agenda are that the city council votes by a 2/3 majority to add the item based on finding that the need exists to take action immediately and that the need for action came to the attention of the city after the agenda was posted. So do you want to explain what that item is? Or?
No, if you just want to.
So if you can make that motion, we could add the item. And the item would be, but we have to explain what the item would be.
The item
What's about title?
What's the title?
It's not an item that's listed on the agenda. This would be an item to add to the agenda that would be added to the consent calendar, and it would be to consider a resolution of support for. Can you?
Are you on
the title?
What's the name of it?
It's a resolution of. Would you like me to say the title?
It would be to consider a resolution expressing support for women basketball players who are represented by the Women's National Basketball Players Association, including the Sparks in Los Angeles, California, and urging the Women's National Basketball Association to negotiate equitable contracts that provide these workers wages and benefits that justly honor their invaluable contributions and improved working conditions that prioritize their health, safety, and holistic well-being.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
I make a motion that we add to the agenda as an urgency item the resolution as described by our Assistant City Attorney.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Could you cast your votes to add this item?
Madam Mayor, I'll need to do a roll call vote since it's not on the agenda.
Thank you.
Okay. Councilmember Deere,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Hicks,
Yes.
Councilmember Hilton,
Yes.
Councilmember Rojas, Mayor Davis Holmes.
Yes.
Motion carries.
It'll be item 33A.
Yeah, we can treat that as item 33A that's been now added to the consent calendar.
Okay, so I'll move approval of the consent calendar, including
Second the motion of the
item
mayor.
33A.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and properly second. Who would like to pull an item?
I would like to pull item 33A, Madam Mayor.
33A. Anyone else?
Hold on. He's not here to explain. Never mind.
It's been moved to approve the consent calendar with the exception of item 33A. Please cast your.
Doesn't the city
we have
attorney need to
another.
pull
Yeah,
Oh, you
we
have another one?
We
You have
have
to
some
pull item
changes for
21.
item 21 that we'd
Oh,
like.
21? Okay. You want to pull item 21 then?
It doesn't need to be pulled, but we do
okay.
need to mention the changes.
Okay.
So this is the consider approval of a settlement agreement with Carson. The changes are that we are walking on the exhibits to the settlement agreement. So the settlement agreement was attached to the staff report, and it describes the 4 exhibits to the settlement agreement, exhibits A through D. And so the exhibits are now being added to the item. Copies have been distributed to the city council, posted on the website, made available to the public, and the content of the exhibits is as described in the settlement agreement. It's just that those exhibits weren't included with the agenda. So we're just adding those in and making sure that the approval includes those, as well as we are asking that the staff recommendation be modified to just clarify that for Exhibit C, which is a termination of development agreement that needs to be recorded, that the city manager with the city attorney will be authorized to make minor technical changes to that document if necessary for recordation purposes, whether that's based on feedback from the title company, such as if there's a need to change an APN number or something of that nature. So minor technical changes of that sort, we would request that the council's motion include that flexibility to make those changes if necessary to ensure recordation of the document. Thank you.
The recommendation will be as stated by our city attorney for the Carson, with the changes that's indicated, along with the exhibits and staff's recommendations to be modified with minor technical changes that will be made by the city attorney.
To the recordable document, which is Exhibit C.
To the reportable documents, which is Exhibit C.
To the settlement agreement, and that's just if necessary to ensure
If
the
necessary
proper
to the settlement
finalization
agreement.
and recordation. Yeah.
Is that good enough? So that's my.
Madam Mayor, I have a point of parliamentary procedure.
Okay.
Did you make a motion to approve the consent calendar already? And it was seconded?
You second.
So what you're saying now is simply to add to that.
To add to what?
So I suggest, in order for transparency and proper rules of order, that you make that as a friendly amendment to your own motion, and then, of course, accept it.
Friendly
Yes, that
amendment
would be
to
fine.
the maker's motion.
And I accept it as a seconder.
It was a Councilman
Thank you.
Hicks, MPT. Who was the seconder?
I did.
It was Jim.
Me.
It was Deere.
Who made the motion? Me?
You did.
Oh, Lord.
You made
It's okay.
Okay. So it's been amended, and it's a friendly amendment to the main motion.
Now we vote.
Yes.
Motion carries to approve the consent items with the exception of item 33 and including item 21 changes.
Okay. Councilman Hilton, item 33.
Madam Mayor, thank you so much for indulging me tonight. Colleagues and members of the public And to everyone joining us tonight, I ask for this item to be placed on the agenda because our voice matters and conversation around women's sports, equal pay, and equity are happening across the nation. And I believe that the city of Carson should not be silent on an issue that affects our families, our values, and our future. For me, this is personal. I'm a father of 2 young daughters who play basketball, and I've watched them commit to their craft, work through adversity, and chase their dreams with passion and determination. Like any parent, I tell my daughters, if you work hard, you can do anything. But I also recognize the reality that they're growing up, that a woman can play the same game with the same fire, the same skill, the same dedication, and still receive less pay and less support and less respect. This is not just a sports issue. This is a fairness issue. This is a values issue. And the WNBA is growing. Attendance is up. Viewership is up. Sponsorships are up. And the demand is there. And the excellence is undeniable. And yet women in the league are still fighting for compensation that reflects their value. By adopting this resolution of support for equal pay in women's sports, starting with the WNBA, we're saying that Carson stands on the side of equity. We're saying that our daughters deserve the same respect, the same opportunity, and the same affirmation as their worth as our sons, as we are using our platform as a city to push the national conversation forward. Passing this resolution doesn't just place the city of Carson on the right side of history, it places us on the side of hope, on the side of justice, and on the side of every young girl who dreams beyond limitations and see as she did not create. Let this be our message tonight. When women rise, families rise. When women are valued, communities are strengthened. And when women win, we all win. So I respectfully ask my colleagues tonight for your support so that Carson's voice will be in the room, on the record, and in the fight for equal pay. So I'd like to make a motion that we approve this resolution tonight.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Any discussion?
Madam Mayor, could I just ask for a clarification real
Yes.
quick on that? And for Councilman Hilton, just to clarify that it's resolution number 25-129.
Yes.
That's copies have been distributed to the council, made available to the public, and
Yes.
I believe available online. So just so everyone's clear what resolution we're considering.
Resolution 25129.
Thank you. And for the seconder, I believe it was Councilman Deere, just to confirm.
Yes, I agree.
Thank you.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, cast your vote.
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
We need to do a roll call vote since this
Oh,
is not on the
not added,
agenda. This
okay.
was added as item 33A.
Thank you.
Councilmember Deere?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Hicks?
Yes.
Councilmember Hilton?
Yes.
Councilmember Rojas?
Yes.
Mayor Davis Holmes?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Item number 34, consider approving a $25,000 digital tribute and ad placement in the retirement of President Thomas Parham from Cal State University, Dominguez Hills. Mr. City Manager.
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. This item is on the agenda at the request of our mayor and transmits the mayor's recommendation for the city council to authorize the purchase of a $2,500 digital tribute advertisement. The ad would be displayed at an upcoming event hosted by California State University, Dominguez Hills, which will celebrate student success, the university's 65th anniversary, and the retirement of Dr. President Thomas A. Parham. The event also serves as a fundraiser to support student scholarships for your discussion.
Yes, go on.
Oh, I'd like to make a motion
Okay.
to approve the purchase of a digital tribute in the amount of $2,500 for a gala hosted by California State University, Dominguez Hills that will celebrate student success, the university's 65th anniversary, in honor of retiring University President Thomas A. Parham.
Second.
Been moved and properly second. Any discussion?
Madam Mayor, I have discussion. I was
Councilman
looking at
Deere.
the staff report, and just for clarification, this is a one-time investment, correct?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Please cast your vote.
Madam Mayor, motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 35, an ordinance of the City of Council of the City of Carson, California, to adopt speed limits within certain streets of the official documentation of declared prima facie speed limits. Mr. City Manager.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I believe we have the consultant here to be able to provide any answers to any questions that you may have. This is regarding the safe and efficient movement of traffic, in part guided by proper design of roadways and appropriate speed limit postings. Public Works staff works to evaluate traffic characteristics on city streets to ensure the speed limit postings correspond with safe driving conditions and are legally enforceable by LA County Sheriff's Department. Engineering and traffic surveys, ENTS, are conducted routinely on portions of the city roadway network in accordance with standards set by California Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices, California MUTCD, and the California Vehicle Code. For discussion, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. To my colleagues, any discussion? Yes. Oh, we'll do the presentation first. Because you kept hitting me, saying you want to leave.
Good evening, Madam Mayor and members of the council here in the city of Carson. My name is Jamie Bourgeois, and I'm with Albert A. Webb Associates. I'm a licensed civil engineer and traffic engineer in the state of California. Webb Associates was hired by the city of Carson to prepare engineering and traffic surveys for 3 quadrants within the city. These surveys are done to support the establishment or continuation of posted speed limits. All 4 quadrants within the city, however, are included in this evening's ordinance. Another consultant did prepare the engineering and traffic surveys for one of the quadrants, and those have already been certified and approved by city staff. The California Vehicle Code defines the state laws regarding the establishment of speed limits. It defines maximum speed limits, which are by statute, and those would either be 55 miles per hour for a 2-lane undivided roadway or 65 miles per hour for any other roadway. There is also prima facie speed limits for certain types of roadway segments. Those include 15 miles per hour or 25 miles per hour, as stated on the slide. And for both of these categories of statute speed limits, there is no local agency action that is needed and no ordinance needs to be adopted. However, any deviation from these does require the preparation of an engineering and traffic survey. And so the cities do have the authority. So for example, if you don't want the roads to be set at 55 or 65 miles per hour, then an engineering and traffic survey can be conducted and adopted through ordinance to establish a lower speed limit. This is done for the orderly movement of traffic, and also by doing this, it allows for the enforcement of speed limits using electronic devices, which is the most effective way for enforcing speed limits. The engineering and traffic surveys are conducted by collecting a sample of actual prevailing speeds on each of the segments. We then take the 85th percentile speed, meaning the speed at which 85% of the cars are traveling at or below. In other words, the top 15% gets thrown out. And we then round that number to the nearest 5 mile per hour increment. And that's generally how a speed limit is set. There are some exceptions where instead of mathematically rounding up, we can choose to round down instead. There's also the ability to reduce by an additional 5 miles per hour for reasons such as a high collision rate or conditions that maybe aren't readily apparent to the driver, that higher speed might create more risk. And then I'm happy to share there's actually new legislation that passed called Assembly Bill 43, AB 43. that provides more flexibility for engineers and local agencies to set lower speed limits. The things that we can now consider for an additional 5 mile per hour reduction include certain land uses and facility types that tend to generate higher levels of pedestrians and bicyclists. We can also consider safety corridors, which would be those corridors that have the highest percentage or accident rates, rather, throughout the city. We also have the option of retaining an existing posted speed limit or even a prior posted speed limit if the results of the new study don't support the speed at which we want to post the segment. So as I mentioned, Webb conducted the engineering and traffic surveys for 3 of the quadrants throughout the city that totaled 67 total roadway segments. An additional 27 segments were prepared by another consultant. So in total, 94 segments are presented in the ordinance this evening. Of those, 3 are new segments that didn't have previous posted speed limits. 21 of the segments represent a reduction of the existing posted speed limit, and then 70 segments would remain at the same posting as they are today. So with that, I'd like to present staff's recommendation is to have the first reading for the ordinance that would add a section to the municipal code to adopt speed limits within certain city streets. So I'm happy to answer any questions. I do have the actual reports that were prepared that I can open up if needed, if you have any questions about specific segments. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Deere.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yeah, well, thank you for that report. I do want to comment on a Figueroa Street. I don't see Figueroa Street in the survey list, but there is a segment of Figueroa Street between 220th and 223rd Street where the east side of the street is a school. It's a middle school, Stephen M. White Middle School. The other side is residential, probably 80% residential, and a couple of commercial buildings. One is a gas station, and then that other end is a series of small shops. Now, if you go north of 220th Street to Carson Street, it appears the speed limit there is posted at 40 miles an hour. The problem is that there's a school and students are walking down that street every school day to and from. Some of them cross mid-block. They know they're not supposed to, but they do anyway. And there's a couple of streets to 18th to 19th where there's actually an intersection, a T intersection, where I believe the vehicle code says that if there's an intersection, even though there's not a marked crosswalk, pedestrians do have a right of way to cross there, though it could be dangerous. So another situation with that intersection of 220th and Figueroa is cars are coming directly off the freeway with a freeway off-ramp. And, you know, they're driving 65 miles an hour or more on the freeway, then they get off the freeway, and they're, you know, this is human nature. They want to go fast. So I know you toss out the top 18 or 15% of the speeders, but, you know, sometimes they're going 65, 70, 80 miles an hour on Figueroa Street between 220th and Carson Street. So all it takes is one car going 80 miles an hour could take out 20 people easily if they're in a group. So tonight, do we have the ability to adjust the recommendation or the determination on speed limits on certain segments, or do we have to approve your report the way it is and can't make any changes? So that's a question I have.
To answer your question first, but maybe we could speak a little bit about Figueroa as well.
Mm-hmm.
The city could elect to post any speed limit that you want. So if you wanted to reduce a speed limit more than what's represented tonight, you have the authority to do that. The limitation, however, is that deviating from the way that the California Vehicle Code sets the procedures, deviating from that just means that the police could not use electronic devices for enforcement. So they could pace vehicles, although that isn't necessarily as easy to do or as effective. So the recommendation, just for the purpose of ease of enforcement, would be to follow the procedures that are set forth in the California Vehicle Code.
The city does own one or more trailers that give a indication of your speed. It has a radar. That, of course, can be utilized, right? That's an information trailer.
Absolutely, it's a great tool to use for educational purposes.
So if we were to lower the speed limit by, say, 5 miles an hour, it might be wise to put that trailer up so people who are used to traveling on that street will see that this may be a 35 miles an hour speed limit instead of a 40. Because I believe it's 35 from, if you're headed north from 223rd Street to 220th, past the school, that's, I believe, 35 miles an hour. I couldn't find it in the report exactly. And then it becomes 40 miles an hour. And there again, that's when people speed up. And it's quite dangerous for them to be going such a high rate of speed in that segment. So
the segments that we did study are from Del Amo to Victoria, which is currently posted at 45, and we recommended a continuation at 40.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say 45?
Yeah, yes.
Currently posted at 40.
Yeah.
Recommendation is to continue at 40. Between 223rd and Del Amo, it's currently posted at 40.
Mm-hmm.
We recommend posting at 35.
Mm-hmm.
And then between Lomita and 223rd, it's currently posted at 45. We recommend reducing it to 40.
Mm-hmm.
Does that capture one of the?
Unfortunately skips the segment
further to the north.
Yeah, but it skips the segment by the school,
Okay.
which is now 40 and really should be 35 because of the students primarily, but also because of the nature of the freeway off ramp and people really going on extremely fast on that street.
Okay. So I don't know the answer as to why it's not included. I would have to look into that. But that could certainly be something that's brought back to the city council at a future date.
Madam Mayor, would you consider continuing the item until they can look at that segment?
Just a second.
If we could, if we have our Deputy City Manager, Tom, give a quick update. He'll
Thank
be able
you.
to provide some insight.
Hold that thought, Councilman.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councilmember Deere. Just looking here, I wanted to make sure you understood. So Figueroa Street between 223rd Street to Del Amo Boulevard is adjacent to the school in question. And as Jamie articulated, we're going to go from 40 miles per hour along that stretch, proposing to go down 5 miles per hour increment to 35. I think that is the location, but I wanted to make sure that we're on the same page.
It is the location, but you just described a long expanse. From 223rd to Del Amo, that's a long distance. Do you mean, I'm not questioning you,
Yeah.
but I just want a clarification. Do you mean 223rd to Del Amo will be 35 miles an hour?
Correct.
If this passes tonight?
Correct, and that includes the segment that you're primarily
Okay.
focused on right
If
now.
that's the case, then I think we're good.
It might be helpful to also point out that adjacent to schools, the city has the authority and already likely posts at 25 miles per hour when children are present. So that also applies in addition to what's presented this evening.
So is it posted in the school district it's 25? I think it is. Yeah. Okay. So does that address your concern?
Yeah, if it's 25 while children are present, that makes sense. But when children are not present, it's going to be 35?
Correct.
Okay, then that solves the problem. And then, of course, coming back with a separate issue of the trailer, letting people know that it's now 35, that should be used citywide over time. I would think. So thank you very much for explaining that and making it clear. I appreciate David Roberts' staff for making it clear, as long as with our consultant. Thank you very much. And I support the resolution because it includes that 35-mile-an-hour speed limit instead of 40.
Thank you. So that addressed your concern, Dr. Hilton.
Thank you so much for your presentation. I want to know, in this study, have you all studied the synchronization of lights in this traffic study, particularly Avalon? Those lights aren't synchronized. It seems as if the flow of traffic would seem to be better if those lights were in a synchronized pattern, that people wouldn't speed if they knew that they were going to get through certain lights. It seems like you get caught by every light. Like you could be getting a good pace and then the light will turn, getting a good pace, the light will turn. And I would like to see, and I'm not sure if this is your function or our engineer's function, that in these areas that lights would be synchronized so that there's a flow of traffic, that speeding isn't necessarily necessary because people aren't trying to beat before the light turns, that they're all in a synchronized formation that people can move with a flow of traffic.
Council member, that's the county, Los Angeles County. So we'll take that under advisement and get that over to them and see if we can work towards that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And real quick, if I could add to that, there is a study underway, Councilmember Hilton, currently for Avalon within the city limits.
We just want to know how long the study takes, because they've been studying for a long time. They should be acing the test by now because they've been studying for years.
Yes, sir.
I know you just got here, though.
We got a new chief, so thank you.
Thank you.
MPT Hicks.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you for that report. I have two questions in regards. One, I didn't see anything in the report about University Drive. Did I miss it?
Sorry, one moment.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. It looks like on the staff report, it actually are the ordinance at the bottom page 40 or bottom page 5, top of page 6. It's actually listed there.
So that's the reduction of the speed on University Drive from Avalon to Wilmington?
I can't.
Mayor Pro Tem, so the ordinance, which is Exhibit 6 to the staff report, mentions that the proposal is that University Drive from Avalon to Central would be 45 miles per hour, and University Drive from Central to Wilmington would also be 45 miles per hour.
My request for it needs to be lower.
Yeah.
That needs to be. We have more issues on University Drive and Central Avenue. If you remember from the last council meeting, that traffic signal at the corner of Central Avenue and University Drive, we need to synchronize the stopping of that location as well as a left-hand turning signal. The other issue is speed along University Drive, which is on the back end of Cal State Dominguez Hills, and the new shopping center is being redone. That needs to be revisited in reducing that speed.
You said 45 now?
It says 45 now.
It should be at 40.
Because it says 45, but everybody's doing 55 and up.
So. Yeah.
So, Mayor Pro Tem, yes, we'll look into it. That portion was done by the prior consultant, and so we'd have to do another examination in order to reduce. It's not something that we were able just to do without having a study taken care or taken in effect. So we can definitely include that portion so we can have that properly looked into, or at least confirmed a secondary time since it was already handled by the previous consultant, and this was the recommendation. But hopefully with the new, with this proposal here, we'll go ahead and add that in as part of the scope so we can see that this is in compliance and somehow reducing that speed so that way there's some more safe aspects to that particular area.
I think the consultant, did you say that the city council, we can set our own speeds if there needs to be a speed, but the only caveat to that is that radar capabilities from the sheriff's department will not be able to be utilized because we've selected the actual speed itself?
That is correct.
Okay. And then the second question is Santa Fe between Dominguez Street to Carson Street, which is the most heavily populated of children. You have Dominguez Elementary School, Dominguez Park, Rancho Dominguez Middle School, and Rancho Dominguez Prep High School within that area. And currently, it is a truck route with the 18-wheelers going up and down, and the rate of speed is very high. I didn't see that one either. I saw Santa Fe and Carson Street, but they didn't give me the entire street of Santa Fe. Was that in the second report as well,
Yes.
probably?
Right now it's showing Santa Fe to Del Amo, and then Del Amo to...
That's our city limit at that point.
City limit, yeah. So it stops there.
Santa Fe from Del Amo to South City limit is listed as 40 miles per hour in the proposed ordinance.
And it's proposed to stay at 40?
I don't know what it is currently. We would have to look at the
Correct. Yeah, that was another segment that was prepared by the prior consultant, and that was recommended to remain as it is today. So that one would not change per the recommendation.
Madam Mayor, we need to figure out that is the largest area in our city to have that many schools, from a middle school to a park to a elementary and a high school, all three schools.
Yeah. So how can we move on this to correct the problem?
Similar to the item Councilmember Deere brought up, in the vicinity of the school, it is posted 25 miles per hour. What's important with the traffic study analysis that goes on, it's based on primarily the 85th percentile. And so that is what is recommended. In this case, the recommendation is to keep it the status quo at 40 miles per hour. Staff can look at, our consultant can look at different ways to appropriately calm that or mitigate that. But generally, based on the warrant, based on this analysis, the engineering recommendation is to keep it where it is. If there's direction for us to go back and take a look at it with more detail, Jamie and our traffic engineering team can take a look at that. But for now, that primarily the goal, the basis is the 85th percentile. And that's what kind of dictates the posted speed. If we lower it, we just have to be mindful of the measures that we take to lower it. And then we need to back that up as well with an engineering analysis to cover the city from a liability perspective.
Madam Mayor, my request is to reduce it, and also for our Public Works Department to do the striping that needs to be done in the streets to let you know pedestrian crossing or you're in a school zone. There is a traffic, I don't know if it's called a diet, or it's a traffic electronic monitoring system that's supposed to flash and let you know how fast your vehicle is going.
Mm-hmm.
The one across the street from Dominguez Elementary School is non-operational, it's not working, so it needs to be fixed. So those are tools I think needs to be in place to maybe assist the residents or the trucks that run up and down Santa Fe. But my concern is I don't want any of the residents to get hurt based upon the high volume of traffic, because it is a truck route. I'm trying to work with our State Department and trying to have that truck route moved over to the Alameda corridor, which was designed to actually take these trucks versus on Santa Fe. I don't know what we can do as the city. There needs to be more done to address that as well. But because the other consultant did that part of this report, as the mayor has asked, what can we do? Can we just go ahead and arbitrarily reduce it at this point in time and then backfill it by going back and redoing the evaluations through our consultants?
Mr. City Manager.
Well, I would recommend we go back and take a look at that specifically. We look at these rates every 10 years based on the manual on uniform traffic control devices and the ability to write citations with appropriate backup so they're not contested. But I think we can go back and take a look at these specific locations. That's totally appropriate. And we can return back with some thoughts on the posted speed limit.
So would we have to hold up this report? Do you or recommend approval with the motion that we can look at these and bring them back within a time specific? We're not gonna just leave it open ended, but we could say a time specific that you could bring back your findings.
Sure, you can do an amendment, Mayor. And
Yeah, we can amend it. Would that meet you?
That's fine.
How long would it take to bring back these items? Mr. City Manager, staff.
yeah, we would have to do that study. I'm not sure what that would look like.
I would estimate that we would take about a month. We have to collect the data and then prepare the report, present it to city staff for their review and approval. So probably in a month's time, we could have the report ready, plus the time needed to prepare the staff report.
Would 45 days help you? 45 days?
That should be fair, Madam Mayor. And we can bring it back earlier if we can finish sooner than
45 days or earlier.
Perfect. University Drive in Santa Fe.
Done.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Councilwoman Booker Rojas.
You know, I think you answered it on the it was back during the school zone. So yes, you answered it. School zone is 25 anywhere in the state of California, but also the violation is 15 miles an hour when children are present. So if there is a problem with speeding in a school zone, then we need to get a task force out there, because 15 miles an hour is, I mean, that's pretty slow. And if they're going at that's a good violation right there. The ticket's over $500. It stays on your record. It goes against your insurance. You can't go to traffic school on specifically a school zone violation. So, I mean, I think we have
So
that
when the
covered as
children are present, it's 15 or
15 miles an hour.
That's
is
not what
a violation. That's a ticketable offense when children are present in a school zone. If they're going over 15 miles an hour,
Why does the sign say 25?
whether there is
with or without
children or not, 25 miles an hour in a school zone. That's what the speed limit is. But if there's children present during school hours, 15 miles an hour, and you can write a ticket on that. That's a ticketable.
The sign
offense.
should say that then. The sign should say that. The sign shouldn't say 25 miles an hour when children are present, if the councilwoman is correct. If it's 15.
I believe, council member, it's a state vehicle code, so that's something it's just part of the code that's been implemented by the state, so it applies to every elementary school zone. So
But we see a sign that says 25 miles an hour when children are present. That's a very common sign around schools. So why doesn't it say 15 like the councilwoman
I think the
says?
sign says 25 miles an hour in a school zone.
When children are present.
No.
No, you rarely will see that.
Maybe it's an old sign, maybe it's changed.
Yeah, but an offense is 15 miles an hour, is where an officer can cite the violator for going 15 miles an hour when children are present.
Yeah, much safer for the children. Yeah.
So how does
Should be a good sign to have.
Yeah. To the consultant, yours says 25. I'm just kind of confused here.
Yeah,
I haven't heard 15 all night.
My familiarity is the 25 miles per hour when children are present. So I'm not aware of the ability for enforcement at 15, but I'm not a police officer, so I can't opine on that.
If I may, real quick. So
Yes.
the deputies do have discretion while they're in the school zone, and I think that's what the councilwoman is articulating there. The 25 miles per hour is your standard regulatory sign for those areas. There is an ability, I believe, at some point where you could go below the 25 mile per hours, establish it by resolution. Again, if it's warranted and unique. Typically, when you see a 15 mile per hour sign, it's on a private street, and it's not enforceable by our deputies. But you will see them from time to time. It's kind of it's a one-off that's not enforceable unless established by a specific ordinance backed up by a traffic engineering study.
So do we want a 15 mile an hour ordinance around schools when schools are present? I think that's the question. When the children are present.
I would say that based on the professional recommendation and analysis that happened, the 25 miles per hour is appropriate based on the study that happened. That's the typical standard that you'll see. It's also applicable, the same thing within your residential streets in your neighborhoods. That's the prima facie miles per hour speed limit. So signs aren't even needed for the deputies to issue a ticket if someone's speeding in your neighborhood, for example, on residential streets.
It still leaves me wondering where this 15 miles an hour when children are present.
So, Madam Mayor, you do have, as Deputy City Manager Thomas was explaining, as a local body, you have the authority to reduce it down to 15 miles per hour if that's your choice.
Now, what's the pleasure of the body? Me, MPT.
My feelings about this is put at 15 miles per hour. I have there's 6 elementary schools, 3 middle schools, 1 high school that's only in District 3 alone. So, and they're in the neighborhood. They're not all on a major street. They're nestled in the community in a neighborhood next to a park. So the 15 miles an hour may be the thing that needs to be in place versus 25 miles an hour.
Okay, my request is because you have 45 days to address that and let us make our recommendation or vote accordingly. So the 15 mile an hour issue needs to be addressed along with the other items that we discussed. Mr. City Attorney.
Yeah, Madam Mayor, I just wanted to point out to everyone that this is an ordinance that's before you. So this would be introduction and first reading. It would then be, next meeting would be second reading and adoption, and then 30 days to take effect. So if you were to adopt the ordinance that's in front of you tonight, that wouldn't even be in effect for about 45 days. So it may make more sense to just make these adjustments in the study to the extent that can be done and bring back a revised ordinance if that's only going to take 30 days or so. And then, build that in and build these recommendations into the ordinance before it's introduced so that you don't have one item going forward that's approving it. And then as soon as that's done, you have to change it again. Just something for your consideration.
Yeah, so we will continue this item for 45 days?
Right.
Thank you.
Madam Mayor, question to this. Aren't you suggesting that we approve the ordinance today and then we can amend it in 45 days?
That's certainly an option. That's not what I was suggesting. I was suggesting potentially waiting.
Giving the options.
Just because what I was saying is by the time, if you were to adopt this ordinance that's in front of you,
yes,
this is only introduction and first reading. So then you have second reading adoption at the next meeting and then 30 days. So by the time it actually takes effect, you're already looking at putting through a round of changes. So if you want this to go into effect so that it's fully enforceable with this status quo right now, you can move forward with introduction. And then in the meantime, you can do the study and we can bring back amendments. Or you can wait, have the study done on the front end so that the amendments can be built into the draft and then introduced. So you don't have one measure going forward getting approved while the other measure, the study and the amendments are coming right behind it. So it's kind of whichever you prefer.
Yeah, I think we should bring it back with everything that we've discussed. Dr. Hilton.
I was just gonna maybe weigh in on the experts. I kind of want to yield to the experts. I know that let's look at the study, whether it be 15, 25, but I want to weigh in on what the experts say because 15 could be like slow. I don't know. 25 could be, I don't know. 15 can cause traffic hindrances. 25 can cause traffic hindrances. I don't know. I want to know what the study says, as opposed to, because we could base it on a feeling, because sometimes, I don't know. I have kids that go to the school, and sometimes they're driving too slow, or they're driving, and then that can be a hindrance. I don't know, and I would love to see what the expert may say. So search the I don't know if the 15 mile an hour is, if you say like the state standard is the 25, I don't know if that's like a charter or something out of Los Angeles and the Los Angeles school zones or something like that. even though we have LAUSD schools, but it could be something they do in LA. I don't know. But I want to know and want to make sure that we have the right box for Carson. So I think that's important for me. So I don't think it's ready tonight. As Ben said, that it's the first reading, so we'll be kind of stuck if we approve it tonight. I think it still needs some more retooling, but you guys are on the right road. We just got to make sure that we slow down. So if we slow down tonight, we'll get it right.
Yeah. So she's saying that in 30 days they could have everything back. I gave them an extra 15 to knock out the kinks, and if that is the pleasure of the body, we will just continue this item for another 45 days until we complete the study and address all the concerns that were raised by my colleagues. Is that okay with the body?
I'm good with that.
Okay.
That's
We'll
fine.
continue this item for 45 days. There's a consensus. Thank you. Item number 36 is consider adoption of resolution 25086. Mr. City Manager.
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. This is considered adoption of Resolution 25-086, approve and measure M funding agreement between Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority, LACMA, and the City of Carson for project number Public Work 1828, South Bay Travel Network, LACMA project number MM4601.17, FTIP number LA 9919458, and adoption of resolution number 25-108, a resolution of the City of Carson, City Council amending the fiscal year 2025-2026 budget in the general fund and special revenue funds for your discussion.
Thank you. Any comments from my staff? The council?
Yes, Madam Mayor. I just had a question to the staff in regards have the location for this local travel network. I know this is part of the South Bay COG, and I've been working with this with other cities, El Segundo, Redondo Beach, and wanting to bring this to the city for the low speed network. The map, the locations, have that all been identified?
Good evening, Madam Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, council members. Yes, the location is on 213th Street to the north, Moneta Avenue to the west, and 234th Street to the south, and Bonita and Banning Boulevard to the east. There's also another area on the east side of the city, which is Harbor View Avenue, East Dominguez Street, Prospect Avenue, and Carson Street.
In Carson Street? Nothing on 223rd?
Yes. Carson, Dominguez, Prospect, and Harbor. That boundary.
Okay. Thank you.
Any more discussion?
Well, I do. Make a motion to accept a grant in the amount of $4,512,915 from the Los Angeles County Metropolitan Authority. Adopt Resolution 25-086, approving funding agreement with the Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority, granting $4,512,915 to the City of Carson for the design and construction of the local travel network project. Authorize the mayor to execute funding agreements between the Los Angeles County Metropolitan Transportation Authority and the City of Carson, following approval as to form by the city attorney. Adopt Resolution 25-108, a resolution of the City of Carson, California, amending the fiscal year 2025-2026 budget in the general fund and special revenue funds to allocate funds to the amount of $654,819 for the design phase of the WP 1824 and amend fiscal year 25-26 CIP plan to add PW 1828 South Bay Travel Network.
Second.
Been moved and properly second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, cast your vote.
Madam Mayor, cast your vote, please.
Oh.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 37,
Consider approval of plans, specification, and estimates, and authorization to advertise for construction bids and recording a notice of exemption in the office of the Los Angeles County Clerk's Office with the State Clearinghouse for project number 1784, traffic signal modifications at Central Avenue, University Drive, pursuant to section 15301 of the California Environmental Quality Act. Mr. City Manager.
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. For this traffic signal modification at Central Ave and University Drive, if you have any questions or discussion, our staff and Director of Public Works will be able to answer any inquiries that you may have.
Like a quick and dirty presentation, because these traffic signals have been outstanding for our residents need to know what's going on.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This particular traffic signal has been in discussion for quite some time, and I'm excited to say that upon approval, we'll advertise this project. We're anticipating awarding the contract and notice to proceed in February, order the material in March, start construction in August, and complete construction in December of next year.
Great. Councilman Hicks, Mayor Pro Tem Hicks, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just want the residents to know that we are discussing the traffic signal at University Drive and Central Avenue. We are finally getting the traffic signal in place that we have been discussing for some time now. It has been an arduous task, but we are here. And Dr. Rogers, you said we're looking for installation by what month?
We're expecting completion in December of next year.
December of 2026?
That's correct.
Is that because of the tariffs taking too long getting the equipment?
Tariffs, sheriffs.
It's a lot of factors involved.
A lot of factors involved.
A lot of factors involved.
That's just one of them.
But it is moving forward.
It's moving forward.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. With that being said, I make a motion to approve PS and E for project number 1784, traffic signal modification for Central Avenue and University Drive. That's not all.
Oh.
Authorize the staff to advertise the work and call for construction bids for project number 1784, traffic signal modification for Central Avenue, University Drive. Make the California Environmental Quality Act finding that the proposed project of 1785, traffic signal modification for Central Avenue and University Drive is exempt pursuant to section 15301 of the California Environmental Quality Act guidelines, and authorize the staff to record the notice of exemption in the office of the Los Angeles County Clerk and with the State Clearinghouse at Governor's Office of Planning and Research for project number 1784, traffic signal modification for Central Avenue and University Drive.
Second.
There you go.
But I do want to, it's no way that we can rush from, that's more than a year from now.
It's an estimate due to advertising, a lot of other factors, but we will push where we can.
Thank you. Achieve in every field.
We will achieve
human
as early
endeavor.
Construction as possible.
Yes, sir.
In every field of
We're
human
pushing
endeavor.
we're pushing him as fast as we possibly can, but
He's an achiever, so I know he's going to
make it happen.
Get it done. Yes. Because men like him achieve.
He was.
He's
He's
been
out of the
on.
country.
He should be fully energized.
He was over eating crepes.
I did achieve in vacation.
Thank you. No more excuses. So you made your motion. It's been
Yes.
Who seconded?
Hilton.
Hilton. Any further discussion? I see. Dr. Hilton, is that you? I see. No. That's old.
We're waiting on your vote.
Madam
your
Mayor,
vote.
cast your vote on Councilmember Rojas, please.
Okay.
Motion carries.
Thank you. That's 37.
Mm-hmm.
We're on 38.
Yep.
Consider awarding and adopting a contract service agreement with Uber Technology Incorporated for the Dollar Ride services. Mr. City Manager.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This particular item on the 17th of October, the Transportation Services Division of the Community Services Department issued a request for RFP seeking qualified firms to provide demand response dollar ride services for senior and disabled residents By the submission deadline, 2 firms, Administrative Services, Co-op, Yellow Cab, and Uber Technologies, submitted their proposals, and after a thorough evaluation of factors, including the experience, driver accountability, and customer service, staff identified Uber Technologies as the most qualified and responsive proposer that best meets the city's operational and service objectives. And this is currently up for discussion for you, Madam Mayor and Council.
Thank you. I wasn't at the last meeting, as everyone knows, and this item has been continued, brought over. And I've listened to what everyone has had to say, so my request is to staff is this. I want to support staff's recommendation, but I want to cut the amount of time down to just 1 year to give you an opportunity to come back with a plan to bifurcate so that we'll have 2, and then the riders will have an opportunity to select who they want to ride with. I know we can't do that tonight because that's not the way the RFP was submitted, and that would be my recommendation, with the understanding that if we get complaints in 30, 60, 90 days, that contract could always be canceled. I think that's the best thing that we can do right now because I think there's interest in both. I always like to support staff's recommendation, but this, in my mind, Mr. City Attorney, will give us an opportunity to resubmit this bid, send it out so that we will have 2, because it's my understanding before, Uber's been here, or Lyft has been here, and I don't know how they were here along with Yellow Cab. But if we resubmit it, send it out for an RFP, and list it so it allows us to have 2 in the city, and then our residents will have an opportunity to pick and choose. They'll have two companies to choose from, and so that's my motion.
Second.
Madam Mayor, I want to be clear on your motion before. So are you asking to bifurcate it to for Yellow Cab to get half, and
we need to work out the particulars.
Uber to get half.
Yes.
So, if I may,
Yes.
Madam Mayor, for Dr. Hilton's clarification as well as staff, I believe the recommendation is to award a 1-year contract to Uber.
Absolutely.
And in that process, we will put an RFP out as staff to allow for 2 consultants, contractors to bid into the RFP. And once there's an awarding of 2 contractors, those 2 contractors will at that time be available for the residents to choose whom they desire to utilize for their transportation services.
Can I just get clarity on the so
motion.
what
Okay, go on.
what does the motion is still on the floor because Cedric seconded. What does that do with Yellow Cab?
So currently, what that would do for Yellow Cab is would not allow or provide services during the 1-year contract term of Uber. I believe also there was a request by the mayor to state that in the event that there are too many complaints or issues of lack of proper service, that the contract could be terminated earlier than the 1-year aspect.
Can I venture to make a substitute motion to bifurcate, to cut Uber's contract in half, give half of their contract to Yellow Cab, and keep Uber half and half? Uber, I spoke with Uber, and Uber said that they would be willing to do that. They work together in tandem. That's what Uber said to me when he reached out to me. So,
and that's a good, and I hear the recommendation. I believe that is something that, because the RFP process called out for a singular consultant, we wouldn't be able to legally adjust a contract to where it's separated or bifurcated in this aspect, because the initial RFP went out for a sole.
That's not what was said
consultant.
That wasn't what was said at the last meeting.
So I don't know if Mr. Assistant City Attorney can kind of explain or at least provide the legal perspective, and we'll be happy to do whatever
Yeah,
is
it's certainly
necessary.
not the way the contract has been prepared before you. We wouldn't have a contract ready to take that action tonight. And then there may also be an issue with regards to how the bidding was done and how the RFP was done. We would need to look at that to see if the bidding process would support that type of an approach. But we certainly don't have the contract ready, tonight for that. And the services are expiring at the end of the year, and so at some point it becomes a risk of, interruption of services if we don't get a new contract awarded.
Question, we said a year. You could bring that back sooner than a year. Once I'm just saying a year. I know we have the option of terminating, but if you send it out and it comes back, then it has to be bifurcated. We could say who gets what piece of the pie. Am I correct?
Right. So under this proposal, we would do that RFP process that would contemplate a bifurcated contract while the 1-year term of the Uber contract would be in place. And in addition, the Uber contract says that it can be terminated on 30 days
30 days notice.
So if there's any issues, as part of the mayor's motion was that the contract could be terminated, and then to replace the services, potentially a short-term city manager approved contract with Yellow Cab, or, while an RFP is being done.
Why can't we rebid for 2 now? Why we can't bring it back with an RFP?
It's a process to rebid. It takes a while.
Well, let's go through the process. I
are.
feel like this is me, and whatever you want to do, this is just me. He debunked what they said about the person not getting picked up. He has a videotape about the person not being picked up. They said that the person was never picked up. He said he has a videotape. I would love to see that videotape.
So whether a person was picked up or not,
well, that's what they based their performance on.
Right. Well, but the performance under the existing contract is not really what's before you. What's before you is the evaluation of the Uber proposal against the Yellow Cab proposal that were submitted in response to the RFP.
Okay, let me say this. There's a motion on the floor and there's a second. Each one of our council members have 5 minutes to speak. Madam City Clerk, start monitoring. And as you queue
Madam
up,
Mayor,
yes.
I'll second Councilman Hilton's motion.
It's been, okay, there's a substitute motion on the floor. The substitute motion is to bifurcate, and the city attorney said we can't because it's not, the contract doesn't read that way.
Well, the motion is on the floor nonetheless, so it needs to be discussed and acted upon.
Which one?
First, the substitute motion.
Okay, let's act upon the substitute motion, which I'm going to vote.
We can request further clarification on the motion, but the bottom line is there's a substitute motion on the floor with a second. So unless there's debate or clarification, that motion would need to be acted upon first, and if passed, that motion would take the place of the original.
Okay.
And what is the substitute motion?
To bifurcate them now, and the city attorney said we can't because that's not in the contract. Explain it again.
I could propose clarification, which would be to direct staff to revise the proposed contracts, bring them back for the next meeting with 2 proposed contracts, with the scope bifurcated and the contract sum bifurcated. More clarification would be needed, and we've mentioned staff's concerns on that, but.
What is staff's concerns?
The concerns regarding the bidding process,
Yeah.
and the time needed to prepare the.
How long would it take you to do that?
Well, it would depend on.
Oh, you got to send it out for a bid.
Well, like putting aside bidding, just preparing the contract, it would depend on, what's the details of what's done with regards to the scope. For example, the Uber contract that's in front of you is very different than the existing Yellow Cab contract. So would it be you kind of bring back the old Yellow Cab contract, you put that on the agenda along with the Uber contract that's currently proposed, and you just split the contract sum? But you would need to figure out if someone wants to request dial-a-ride, how is that going to be determined who gets?
Okay, my motion is this, that we do what my motion says, to give it to them for a year. If it doesn't work, and so we need to vote on the substitute motion. Substitute motion is to bifurcate it and come back. I just want it done right. We'll send it out for a bid and then bring it back. If it doesn't have to be a year, as soon as you get it, we send it out and bring it back and do it right and say who's going to have what piece of the pie. So the substitute motion is to.
The substitute motion, since you say we can't bifurcate it, I could withdraw my substitute motion, make another substitute motion to say I don't want Uber at all and just continue to go with Yellow Cab. And I'm sure I can get a second. I would hope I can get a second if I could withdraw that, since you can't do that because we just talked about, I mean, you just heard the people say they have relationships with these drivers.
So you can withdraw the substitute
And
motion with
will
the
they be
secondary.
eligible, or you say you couldn't give them that because they didn't bid on that, or they didn't qualify for that? Would you say that?
Are you keeping track of the time over there?
We can give you whatever
I'm just asking because you saying that I couldn't bifurcate it.
we can prepare the contracts whichever way you're.
So if you can prepare the contracts, why would you tell us we couldn't bifurcate it?
We can bifurcate it as far as preparing the contracts.
So that's what I'm asking for.
Absolutely.
You just said I couldn't.
No, we can prepare the contracts.
Which one is it, Ben?
It is we absolutely can.
Okay, if we can bifurcate it, say that.
I'm saying that, but I'm saying we would just need more details, or we would.
I would love to split the contract in half.
So we will.
That's my motion.
Okay, so we'll prepare revised drafts for the next meeting for your consideration. That would be the.
That's my motion, and that was my motion in the beginning. And you said we couldn't do it.
I wasn't saying we couldn't do it. I was just saying
you did say we couldn't do it.
The bidding process.
Substitute motion is this.
You can bring that back at the next meeting. Absolutely.
You'll have enough time to meet with both of these contracts.
We'll do the best we can.
That's not the question. Best we can is not good enough. Do you have enough?
We can make it work. Absolutely, Councilman. We were not saying we can't do it. We're saying that staff had mentioned that there were bidding concerns.
You just told me you couldn't.
Okay.
But we can absolutely do it. We can prepare the contracts.
To the staff, did you have something to say?
Just really quickly, the variable is, since this is new, that we don't know when we approach Uber, if when we broach the concept of splitting the contracts.
Okay.
They said since it's new.
Your mic is off. Your mic is off.
Uber called me and said, since this is new and your residents came, we want to work. They're already on our platform. We work together. Let us work together. That's what they called me and said.
Okay, can you verify that I'm not calling them? So if the contracts can be bifurcated and we have Yellow Cab and Uber as our provider, is this what you're telling me we can do?
Yes.
When is up for Yellow Cab?
End of the year it expires.
And you have enough time.
Absolutely.
You have enough time. You have until December?
December
You have enough
31st.
time. You have enough time. And we have time. Okay?
Yes.
So I'm not going to even tell you to bring it back next week. My request is that we,
It may be for the 18th then.
for the 18th,
Okay.
give you enough time to do it, to bring it back. And
That
if
would be
it's
better.
bifurcated, you meet with Yellow Cab and you meet with Uber, and they can work out the details. And you work out the details.
Absolutely.
And you have two providers here in the city of Carson.
Absolutely.
Okay. Is that good?
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
my concerns are from the last meeting when we discussed this. I had asked for it to be bifurcated at that meeting. I was told we couldn't do it at that meeting. And we sat here and did 2-2 vote because of that statement. My concern is, are we getting the right information from our legal opinions? Because this could have been handled 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Oh, we're not going to look back. We've already given our marching orders to come back within what date?
We'll try to have it within the next meeting. And if we can't,
Yeah, I
we'll
want to
ensure
give
it
you
for the
time to
meeting
do it
follow.
right. You have 2 weeks. The contract does not end until December. You have enough
Yes,
time.
ma'am. So we will bring it back as soon as possible.
Yeah, leave the
as soon as
contract the
it's-
way it is. Leave the contract the way it is. We'll continue this item until
second meeting in November.
Would this be the substitute motion to bring it back? No, we still have that motion on the floor. So.
we need to. If they withdraw, I'm gonna just say we'll bring the item back in the first meeting and a second meeting in November, because the item will be continued. Am I correct?
Well, my understanding, the substitute motion would be to bifurcate the contract and prepare the revised two contracts to be brought back on November 18th.
Yeah, that's my motion to split it in
So
half. That's the
right.
bifurcated.
So
split
we
it in
need
half.
we would need to proceed to a vote on that motion.
Okay.
Madam Mayor?
Yes.
When if I may speak?
Councilman Deere.
Okay, thank you. I think Councilman Hilton's motion is the best of both worlds. Uber is a technology company. They're not a transportation company. There's only one city in LA County, maybe in all of California, that has this system. And we got a letter here from not a elected official in West Covina, but a city staff member. So Uber's a good organization, but you know, we want what's right for our residents. And this is a contract designed for people over 60 years of age and people who have disabilities. That's what the dollar ride is for. So we need to make a program that works for them. Okay, that's what we're talking about. So I think that, Madam Mayor, you're right. I think Councilman Hilton has a great idea, and if we pass that amendment, I'm sure the staff can proceed
Hopefully
and
they
get what we
can.
want, a bifurcated system.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This could have been your own point. You have enough time. Don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So we need a vote on the substitute motion.
Vote on the
and it's a
second
two-step
motion
process.
to bifurcate,
Yeah, split it in half.
split it in half, and bring it back. There's
So
a
if
motion on the floor.
This would be this motion, if it carries, would replace the motion, and then we would need a vote on it.
two vendors.
Madam Mayor, I'll do a roll call vote on that one, the substitute motion.
This-
Councilmember Deere,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Hicks,
Yes.
Councilmember Hilton,
Yes.
Councilmember Rojas,
Yes.
Mayor Davis Holmes.
Yes.
Substitute motion carries.
So now that becomes the motion on the floor. So now that's
I
now the
understand it
motion.
passed, so you don't
So
have to
now
vote
we
on the
need
main
another
motion.
vote, but
You don't need to vote on the
okay,
main motion.
understood.
Okay, we've done that. Questions? Or anything?
Madam
you
Mayor,
want-
I have one vacancy.
You have a vacancy?
First time for a while. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Faye Coons resigned from the Women's Issues Commission, and so I will appoint Stephanie Finley.
You have to post
And
it first.
I forgot the application, so I'll give it to the city clerk's office tomorrow.
Did she, I think it has to be vacant. You have to post it, don't you?
Correct, Madam Mayor.
She has to post it, and then we'll appoint at is it 30 days?
No, 10 days.
10 days, then we'll appoint at the next meeting.
But it's on the staff report as vacant. It's not, you haven't done the 10 days posting?
If it's already vacant,
Oh.
then you're okay to appoint to replace.
It says
Appoint
vacant.
someone.
Okay. So that being the case, I'll appoint Ms. Stephanie Finley to my
That-
vacancy.
That's his uncontested. He doesn't need to vote. We don't need to vote on that. Anyone else? Okay, for the Human Relations Commission that we've been having conversation about, I'm going to make my two appointees to the Human Relations Commission. That will be Audrey Thompson from the Human Relationship Commission. She's affected. She's asked to be appointed to that commission. She's an alternate. And Luz, I need you to get in your application. I'm going to appoint you tonight. Okay? And then so that is my motion. Those two.
Madam Mayor, I'll make a motion to ratify your appointments.
Second.
Been moved and properly second. Cast your vote.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Oral communications for matters not
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
excuse me, I believe you still need to address item 33,
Oh, yes,
consent item.
I have which one?
Consent item that was pulled by, I believe, Councilmember Hilton?
We did
Oh,
that
you did?
one.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
33A. Which one?
So for Madam City Clerk, I'd like to confirm there was a vote on the consent calendar as well as on item 33A, because I think there might have been confusion.
Okay.
That the vote on item 33A was for the consent calendar.
Uh,
Can you please confirm?
We did vote. I recall pretty clearly we
did.
voted on it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And it passed.
That was the consent calendar.
Okay, so for the record, we had a vote to approve the consent calendar that passed, and we had a vote to approve item 33A, the subsequent
Correct.
needs item that
And
passed.
we, on one of the items, we voted it separately. The other one we included in the consent calendar.
Right, 33A was the separate item, then there was the consent calendar, which was 13 through 33.
That's correct.
Thanks.
Okay.
And Madam City Clerk, is that consistent with your records, just to confirm?
Yes.
Thank you.
Let's see. Oral communications for matters not listed on the agenda. How many speakers do you have?
Madam Mayor, we have 5 speaker cards.
Call them up. You guys have 3 minutes. I don't know.
First speaker is Lofani Salusa.
Who?
Lofani Salusa.
She here? They left?
They left.
Next speaker card, Jorge Resendez.
They left too.
Latanya Harris.
No show.
Victoria Nikolov. Miss Nikolov, you have 3 minutes.
Good evening. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
All right, I'm going to make this quick. Some important announcements regarding the library. I believe I introduced myself a couple months ago. I'm the manager over at Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Library. I appreciate what you said earlier tonight. Definitely, your recommendations are well needed. With that, the library will be closing to the public on November 14th. Due to some interior refurbishes. It's estimated that it will be closed for probably 6 to 8 months.
Oh, Jesus.
It's hard to give a specific date at this point, as you all probably know. So yes, the last day will be November 14th, and then we will start the renovations in mid-December. The Carson Library, beginning November 3rd, there will be an installation of a solar panel canopy in the parking lot. And this is exciting because it's going to enhance the library's sustainability and energy efficiency. It's expected to be completed by February 2026. So the parking situation over there is going to be limited. That's just something that I think, the public should be aware of. So that's about it, though. We appreciate everything you do and supporting us, and that's it. Okay.
So,
Madam Mayor, I have a question for the speaker.
Just a second.
So you're done.
So the MLK library will have the same amenities as Carson. Is going to be closed for 6 months. You guys did a nice facelift on Carson Library.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really great.
Okay, and it is coming back.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, Councilman Deere.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us know. That's really important, the public to understand what's going on and why, because when they see something closed, they want to know why. So I don't know if you heard earlier in our meeting, the issue was addressed of the homeless individuals that are hanging out. So during this construction, can you be sure that the contractor, in a very safe manner, fences off the work that's being done so the homeless don't hang out there during those construction months? The residents adjoining are very upset that the homeless are literally a few feet away from them by being on the other side of the wall. And the wall, it could be scaled.
Right. There's a gate that closes, when the library is not in operation. So that was installed before I started. But yes, that will be closed. during construction. So I
Completely.
believe they will open it for the construction workers
Of
when
course,
they come
yeah.
in, and then it will be closed while they're working. And so
Maybe some no trespassing signs might be useful and
perhaps
so forth.
Yeah, and I will relay that to my superiors. Absolutely.
And maybe even some construction lighting that might be, you might want to have it lit up, not so it interferes with the residents, too much light, but enough so the homeless don't think it's a dark area where they can,
Sure.
hang out and
Yeah, absolutely.
so forth. Okay.
I will bring that to their attention.
You're welcome. Have a good night. Thank you.
Well, wait a minute. Make sure that it's security. See if we can get security there at night because we don't want them sleeping in the campers. Security when the construction workers go home. If we
Okay.
can have some security, have my supervisor tell I like a little security there.
Okay, because currently there's no security at night when we close up.
I know, but you got a homeless issue.
Yes, we do.
So if no one's there to keep them from sleeping in the trailers, what do you think they're gonna do?
Well, it's going to be behind the gate. That's all going to be behind the gate.
Dr. Hilton.
Yeah, I think the challenge is the gate, they used to sleep in there,
Yes.
right? But once y'all put the gate out, they just sleep in front of the gate now.
Right.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you were the person that was there first, but whoever the person was, she welcomed them. The former librarian, she welcomed them there. Told them it was their safe place. They could come and hang out and be there.
Sounds like the county board of supervisors at the Hall of Administration.
Yeah.
They let them sleep there.
So I think we would just want to, and I know we're kind of preaching to the choir, so we're going to make sure that we let our supervisor know, and through the city manager, we would really want this articulated, maybe from a letter from the mayor, from this council, to let them know that while it's under construction, that it does not become a place for a transient housing or anything like that. Because they literally, if we go by tonight, they're there. They're camping out between there and 7-Eleven, and it doesn't make any sense. But this problem started because the librarian welcomed them and told them that it was okay. They used to sleep in their cars before they put the gate up.
Okay, well, I just started
Not
3
you. I
months
know.
ago, so.
Yeah, I know it wasn't you, but I'm giving you the history of why
Right.
it's so heavy and prevalent
Okay.
at that location.
Yeah, we just
We
need
know
to
it
make
wasn't
sure.
you. And maybe next time you can let one of the staff members know that you're here from the library. I'm sure the mayor would oblige to let you speak a little bit earlier because we know you've been working all day.
That'd be great.
All right.
Maybe if I don't have any homeless. Well, to speak early, got to take care of my problem.
Okay.
I'm holding you hostage, but thank you. Thank you for coming and make that presentation. But you do hear our concern, and please share with our supervisor because it's going to be closed for 6 months. If you don't get on top of this, it's going to get totally out of hand. Please. Yes.
And also, Madam Mayor, if you would like to connect with our Director of Public Safety, she actually is Nora Garcia. You all be able to connect because that's a hot spot that she constantly sends our public safety engagement officers to, and we respond there frequently. And so she'd be the exact person that you would need to speak with, and she'd want to contact you as well. So
I think they should have coffee there like the cops have coffee at the donut shop. They have coffee there instead of riding around.
Coffee with a book.
Coffee with with a book. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Let me know next time, though, seriously. Where are we? All communications?
2 more speaker cards, Madam Mayor.
No more?
2 more.
Okay, bring them on down.
Paz Velasquez.
Good evening.
Council members and city administrators. My name is Paz Villanueva Cachola Velasquez, and this is my 4th time coming before you to speak on behalf of the Filipino American community of Carson, a community that has proudly worked alongside with the city for more than 15 years in organizing and sustaining Filipino American History Month and Larry Itliong Day. Yet, every time I've come, I have to wait 3 to 5 hours just to be heard. First time, I waited here 3 hours and had to go home without being called. Second, 5 hours. Third, 4 hours. And tonight, 4 hours. I'm not a paid lobbyist. I'm a citizen and a volunteer. Here because I care along the heritage and unity of our city, but the way this process has treated me and others like me feel like disrespected. This year's celebration of the Philippine American History Month has been deeply disappointing. For the first time since 2009, the very people who built this program, who established it through the city resolution, were excluded from the planning committee. The planning committee, I'm sorry. We were not invited to the committee, not included in the discussion, and only called at the last minute to judge an essay and poster contest with 2 working days to complete judging and no access to flyer or school contacts. We asked the staff why they said they were just following orders. When I asked the mayor, she said she thought community participation was still part of the committee. Clearly, there is a disconnect between leadership and community partnership. Even Miss Dorothy Aloha Rose, a non-Filipino but a longtime advocate who has been supporting this event faithfully, which I am submitting to you her letter, which I describing her disappointment. She raised the 3 crucial points. Meeting conflict. The event was set on a Sunday morning, conflicting with the church for many. Lack of inclusion. Longtime volunteers were not part of the planning committee. Poor communication. The theme, written in Filipino, were not translated for our teachers and students. It is if respected ally like Miss Dorothy felt alienated, imagine how Filipino American volunteers felt. Those who have served for over a decade without pay, driven only by love of this city. Tonight, I ask the council, please restore full community participation in the Filipino American History Month next year. Please reinstate the Larry Itliong Day resolution as a city sponsor.
Madam Mayor's 3 minutes.
Thank you, Paz. To our assistant city manager, our directors, thank you, Paz. Your time is up. Thank you. Our assistant city manager, I had spoken to Paz after my last meeting, and I was kind of disheartened to find out that the Filipino Independence Day Foundation was not a part of the planning process for the Filipino events that are planned here in the city of Carson. I think this council made a motion and said that all, not just the Filipino Independence Day celebration, but all ALL Filipino events would be planned in collaboration with the Filipino Independence Day Foundation. And then I heard that they were not involved, and I'm a strong advocate of volunteers. So when I hear that there's no one showing up to plan these events, it kind of troubles me because that's free labor. They do an excellent job. So at assisting, and I'm a testament to that. I could not even begin to do anything about the Carson Citizens Cultural Arts Foundation. And I'd like to go back and revisit to see why they're not included. They should be included to the point that they sit with staff and schedule the meeting times. And I know that Paz, you guys selected the date for the Larry Itliong, so I know that was discussed. But I'd like you to meet with the Filipino Independence Day Foundation and see what it is we can do to rectify this. They have about 40 volunteers, and not to have anyone involved in these events is almost insulting. That's like telling me that staff is going to run. Council has removed themselves from planning because our council aides and our volunteers are working with staff. And so therefore, Paz, I had this conversation with you the last time I was here to reach out to Fred Duxdoxel, Alex Gangley, and you guys meet with the staff to see what it is that you need to do to bring our volunteers back, because they have, when we had no money, FCC and the Filipino Independence Day Foundation planned all these events and raised the money. So we're really cutting off our nose when we don't involve our volunteers and our nonprofit organizations that are willing to give their time and their talent to help the city. So I am requesting that all events, as much as possible, have volunteer involvement. Samoan Flag Day is a prime illustration of the involvement. They have about 40-some volunteers, and they're working on their nonprofit. And so we need to embrace them and find out what happened and what really happened. I don't know. All I know is they were there, and the councilwoman was attending also. So that's my request, to meet with the Filipino Independence Day Foundation and see where the ball was dropped, and then they are to be at the table. They should be, because that's what this council said. They are to be running and working with on all the Filipino events here in the city of Carson. Councilwoman.
Just wanted to make a comment. This is the first year where both the Finland History Month and Larry Itliong essay contest were brought together.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is why there's a difference. And the event is 3 hours. So it's not like before where we had 2 events and each event was about 3 or 4 hours long. This year it's been combined and it's shorter.
Well,
a lot of the events, like what you're talking about, that's been going on for many years. It's been combined, and also the budget is cut. So there's not a lot of time to do what we used to do, and there's not a lot of budget to do what we used to do. So that's also one of the problems.
Madam Mayor, this is not on the
yes,
agenda.
it's not on the agenda. So I've already given you some instruction and staff, and then we'll proceed because, okay? Thank you very much. Next.
Madam Mayor, we received 2 additional speaker cards, and one speaker card, the name was called, but she's absent, but she was absent at the time I called her name.
She's
and
back?
She's back.
Okay.
Thank you. Luz Padua?
Did Lou speak already? On what?
Oh, I don't know.
What did you? Oh, she's on the Uber. This is not agenda.
Make sure the green light's on. Press the base of the microphone. Maybe staff can assist you.
Somebody assist? Is it on? It's on now.
No, it's
okay. I'm back. Good evening once again, Madam Mayor and City Council members. I just want to say thank you on behalf of my community. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for raising awareness. Thank you for getting to this point. It makes me quite emotional to know that on this month, did you know that October is Disability Awareness Month? That on this month, we are moving forward, not just on the committee where you're hearing our voices with regards to Dollarite. It just gives me great pride to be a member of this city where we're moving forward. I do, however, want to say that I'm grateful to be part of this movement. I'm grateful to be part of the committee, but I do request that instead of 2, we have 3 members, just to kind of have that, follow Robert's Rules of Order, to have quorum, to have someone who's going to kind of break the decision if it's a tie. And quite frankly, there's a lot of work to be done, especially when I'm so encouraged of the future, thinking ahead to 2028 with Paralympics. There's so much work to be done. And with only 2 of us, that's a lot of work. I work. Ms. Thompson, I'm excited to work with her. I believe she works as well. And so if we could have 3, if you could consider having 3 members instead of 2, I would greatly appreciate it, and our community would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Fael Lofani Salusa?
Luz, get your application in, please.
Mayor, City Council people, and Carson community. My name is Fialafani Salausta. I am the mom of Fafatai Gibson and the mom of Elena Robinson. I just wanted to raise awareness about the smoking policy that's been broken at the Jazz Festival that we attended on October 4th. When me and my kids arrived there around 4 p.m., we walked past about 30 smokers there. Not one person did I see look like they were worried at all. So my concern is, if we're coming to this jazz festival and you guys are promoting a Smurf land, fun land for families, I'm not understanding where are the police and where are the authorities and where are securities to be able to um, control the environment outside and on the park premises. I've been around Carson since Carson Street Elementary, Stephen White Middle School, Carson High, class of 2006. I grew up at Carson Park. The best park director, Marina Green, that have history with, and also Carolyn as a assistant park director. So ever since I've been around Carson, I know what the policies are. When I went there October 4th, I seen 30, 50 people smoking everywhere. So my concern is, are we supposed to like pick when the policies are being enforced, when different events are being happening, or is this like supposed to be policy every day no matter what event is going to happen at the city premises? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
You still have a minute and 11.
Because it's been a ban for the last 35 years that there's no smoking on any city property at all when the general public is present. So I'm trying to figure out, why are these people so comfortable walking around Anderson Park during the jazz festival and nobody stopped them and nobody was given no citation for whatsoever. And when me and my kids walked past the booth, by the time we got to the end of the booth, we had to walk around the outside sidewalk of the park just to get back around because we didn't want to go back through the booth, which is crazy because we shouldn't be walking past no smokers on any park. So I'm trying to figure out, how was that even allowed, and where was the police at? I don't know if they were in the VIP section. I don't know where they were. We have to walk around the outside sidewalk just to avoid smokers. So I'm trying to figure out, is this a jazz festival? Is this a smoke festival? I'm trying to figure that out. Or is it both? I'm trying to figure that out.
I don't have an answer to your question. I'm going to even sit up and try to answer that. 40 people out of 5,000, and sheriff is on the park. We do have a no smoking policy. But Mr. City Attorney, Mr. City Manager, what is your answer?
So if that was you're clear on the smoking policy, right? So if we walk past 30 to 50 people that were smoking, out of those 30 to 50, nobody was cited that day?
Did you tell anyone they were smoking? Or did you mention to the sheriff?
I didn't see not one police inside. The only thing I seen was one sheriff car, two sheriff car by the Welcome City Carson blue thing. I didn't see no police thing around anywhere when we were over there. So I'm not sure if the actual police were policing or if they were just in the VIP area. I'm not sure. But the crazy part is, we would have never showed up there because I don't allow nobody to smoke around my kids at all. Period. I don't even go around my own family function because they smoke there to have my kids around there. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, some seniors left there because they were bothered by all the.
Madam Mayor, she has exceeded at 3 minutes.
Our time is up. We have a no smoking.
Fine. But just to let you know, I'm highly motivated to get the answer to this. Highly motivated. Because my kids are affected.
Okay, your time is up. Our city manager. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Who's next?
Kay Sanchez.
Hello, City Council members. It's nice to see you all again. As a reminder, my name is Kay. I'm with APEN. We met with many of you in these past months about the Phillips 66 Task Force. Just wanted to let you all know that APEN recently had a door knocking program, and we knocked on almost 2,300 doors in the city of Carson. To give you a little bit of statistics about outreach, about almost half of them didn't even know that the refinery was closing. And considering that we were knocking on doors right next to the refinery, that's really concerning to us. I'll be reaching out in the coming weeks to talk about this further. I wanted to use my remaining 2 minutes to talk kind of as a concerned citizen sitting in on these meeting proceedings. So, aside from APEN, Justice K, about the way that we talk about homeless folks and the unhoused population. I understand that a lot of residents are concerned, and as council members, your constituents are mainly residents of Carson, and that the folks who vote and pay taxes are kind of a priority. But these are also folks who live, eat, pray in the city of Carson. And so when we talk or when we allude to over policing them or criminalizing them, I think you should be proud of that librarian who wanted to offer a safe space for folks who are vulnerable and marginalized and who may have seen this as one kind soul who works for the city and represented your city proudly. So while I understand the concerns of residents in the area, I would try to look for a solution that like doesn't refer to them as them or others them or places them on a tier that is less prioritized. Just because as like a concerned resident who likes to work with you, it kind of is disheartening because it feels a little less compassionate than I would like from some city representatives who represent all the people who eat, live, pray, etc. in Carson. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank, Madam, young lady. Okay. Uh, the city is not insensitive. We have, when we go out and meet with our unhoused population, we take vouchers out to say, hey, here's a to get off the street. Okay, it's not just we just going out and putting you out. We have 4 people that we didn't wait for the county to come and address our problem. So yes, our residents are top priority, but yes, they live here, they're here, but we offer them housing vouchers. And this is not on the agenda, but I am going to let our bishop speak on it.
Kay, I wanted to say that in no way we were trying to be insensitive. Carson is one of the leading cities in helping our unhoused. We have developed a whole team to address the unhoused. And when our team goes out and address those unhoused, they don't go out just to say move it along. They go out with vouchers. They go out with the essentials that the unhoused needs. Now, whether the unhoused wants the service that they are offering or wants the things that they offer is totally up to the unhoused person. So we don't want that, but we also want it to be a safe place for the children to go and be able to read books. So most of the people who are unhoused that may hang out at that library may not be residents of the city of Carson. They may be from other areas that may have come from Harbor, UCLA, from another city, and then Harbor, UCLA have released them in our community, and then they may have trouble getting home. One of the sheriffs highlighted that when he asked one of the unhoused persons where they were from, they said they were from Idaho and they had trouble getting home. So most of those people, the unhoused people that are from Carson, we can kind of put our eyes on them and actually know that they're from the neighborhood. So I don't want you to think that we're insensitive to the fact Carson has put their money where their mouth is. We have invested in our unhoused population. So I want you to know that your community stands behind you. We support the unhoused, and we want to make sure the unhoused get back on their feet.
Okay.
Again, this is not an agendized item. So thank you if you want to have further dialogue on it. But we do what we need to do. And it may not meet everybody's expectations. So thank you for coming. If you want more information, our city manager can provide it. Our next speaker is?
No,
That's
that
that's
concludes.
Okay, that concludes it. Oral communications, council members.
Last thing I'm talking about.
No, you want to talk some more?
Yes, I just want to.
Oh, wait a minute, Jim, are you queued up?
Yes, I'm queued up for council member requests to add items to future agendas.
Okay.
You skipped that one. So I would like to see an ordinance come forward to address the Human Relations Commission to possibly add 2 more advocates for the disabled. Now, those individuals, I suggest they either be disabled themselves, or they, if they're not disabled, they be an advocate for disabled or a relative of disabled, some category like that, so they're actively involved in advocating for the disabled. And that's what I'd like to see come back to the city council. Thank you.
Not happening. Oral communications, council members. Dr. Hilton, oh, wait a minute. MPT. You queued up again, Jim? Oh, on this one.
Yeah, but that's a different. I am queued up again, but that's for a different agenda item.
Okay, let's start all over. She cleared the board. I know MPT is first.
Yeah, I can wait.
Dr. Hilton is second. Councilwoman, were you queued up? Third. And Deer was fourth. No, MPT.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. A couple of items. Well, first of all, tomorrow, the 22nd, along with the mayor and myself, we were doing the first Veterans Resource Fair here in the city of Carson at the Carson Event Center from 9 until 1. Is in conjunction with USA Vets out of Inglewood, along with IBEW, the Carpenters Union, the South Bay WIB, and also with Long Beach, the VA Hospital and their advocacy program. We started out to only have maybe 15 vendors, but once the ball started rolling, we're now up to 38 vendors that's going to be providing services, and strictly for our veterans. And our Veterans Affairs Commission is also a part of this. I went to their meeting last night. They've been working very diligently on this, so our own commission, Veterans Affairs Commission, is a part of this as well in putting this on. We anticipate about at least 200 to 300 people showing up for tomorrow. Hopefully you come on out if you are a veteran, or if you know of a veteran that needs resources or some services, housing, vouchers for food. No veteran should be unhoused in this state at this point in time in life, because they've sacrificed as much as they can sacrifice for this country, and we should be able to give back to them. So that is tomorrow on the 22nd of October from 9 until 1 over at the Carson Event Center. The second thing that I have to the city manager, to his staff, can we bring back something to this body in regards to SB 79 and how SB 79 is going to be affecting our city in regards to mobility hubs? It's not clear about a transit center. I know we just approved a transit center at Cal State University Dominguez Hills. My concern is how that statute is written. You have to now build a 9-foot housing structure next to it for the unhoused or low income. So they're trying to determine whether or not how that's going to affect us as a city if we have anything that's connected to a mobility hub or a sub. Most of the cities at the South Bay COG, along with the contract cities, are concerned regarding how this SB 79 is going to affect our cities within the South Bay area and abroad. The second one is SB 345. That is the short-term rental agreements that was signed into law, and how that's going to affect us based upon short-term rentals in our community, because I know we had some concerns regarding short-term rentals in our city, and now how this is going to affect us as well. So those are the two statutes, if you can bring that back, and how it's going to affect us in the city. The fourth item I had, at the intersection of Wilmington and 223rd, at the Wilmington and 223rd, down by Wags Hotel, down by Spires, that entire intersection is black. All of the street lights in that intersection do not work.
Where?
At Wilmington and 223rd.
That's a really busy intersection too.
All of the street lights do not work. It is pitch black in that intersection.
223rd.
We'll look into that. Do we have an idea by any chance, MPT, when this occurred? I have not gotten any reports from
I noticed
anybody.
it because I had to go through
Yeah.
there at 2 a.m. last night and the night before night, and I thought it was just off, but no, they don't
Okay.
work.
So at least the last 2 nights it's
The
not
last
been.
2 nights, yes.
Okay. We'll get on it. Yeah, we'll look into it immediately.
Real busy.
That's where all the trucks and everything come through there.
I don't even like going there. Dr. Hilton.
Yes, I want to just make sure you know that there's a special election on next Tuesday. Make sure you get out and vote or go. Next Tuesday is the 4th. Right. No, the following Tuesday is the 4th. My bad.
The week?
I'm watching it. But turn in your ballots.
You got to get
one.
past trick or treat.
Yeah. We're having a Halloween. November 4th is a special election, or you can turn in your ballots at the nearest ballot box. Also, I wanted to just address I was going to address Dr. Rogers, but I got to address Thomas. When you get off the 91, I know that's Caltrans coming into Centerview or coming into our city. We would love for them to do a better job. My residents in Centerview feel like we're left out. 169th, they would like to know when those streets are going to be paved. So if we can get a pavement schedule to that area, I would love an update on that. To 169th and Avalon, they would like to know when 169th. Mr. Cottrell would like to know when his street is going to be paved as well. That's Moorhaven. Mr. Cottrell would like to know when Moorhaven is going to be taken care of. They only paved half of it, and they like to know when the rest of it is going to be done. So if I can get those updates, they want the schedule. Be able to tell them. Thank you.
Our city manager to our public works director. That was something I wanted to bring back because I know we're on phase 8. Are we on phase 8 or 9? Yes, which one?
8.
Okay, so could we bring an item with and I'd like one for each one of the phases within because we get asked that question all the time, when is my street? And university can't get any worse. We're going to have to move that one up. I can't lose another tire, and it's gotten worse. University up to from Avalon Central
University Drive from Avalon to Wilmington.
It has gotten
horrible.
worse.
It's horrible.
We'll need to come up with maybe something temporary, but it is moving forward. We had this conversation.
Yeah.
This is the one, university is the one that's federally funded, but it is moving forward. And it's in the works. And it's funded by federal government.
I got that part.
So maybe we can come up with something temporary. We do patch the potholes all the time, so I'll get staff out there. Maybe we can come up with something temporary that would help subside it, so we're not spending extra money to do the same work we're getting ready to do that we're already funded to do. And as far as phase 8, to update you, what's getting ready to take place is we're going to do Avalon from, I just wrote it down, Avalon from the 91 freeway north to Del Amo. And then once we leave there, we'll be going to Wilmington. And I don't have the boundaries on the top of my head. But
That's okay. We can put it in a report so we can have it. But I also called the city manager Central near MPT's track. There are.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
They like craters, like.
Not just little stripes. Yes.
Yes, that Central and Victoria, and then even on Avalon, right before like the little turn in, it's like a little side street right at Hemingway Park. You have to dodge like a big crater in the road, or you will mess up your tire.
I already did.
So I mean, and those tires on those cars get very expensive.
And the rim.
Yeah.
Also, and the rim. Let's see. And my windshield.
Shock absorbers.
But
there is actually on Central, near right, not too far from where the turn up in your driveway. It's sinking and it's a hole. So I gave that information. MPT can give you the exact. It's sinking. And off of Victoria,
Central and Aspen Hill.
Aspen Hill. Thank you. Right up in there. And I know some part of that. What is a Compton pick up, or where do they pick up? On the other side of Artesia? Well, then all of that is ours. Normally you can tell what we pick up, but this is like, come on now. The north side of Victoria is Compton. Okay, and then when you look on Wilmington, the east side is county. Ooh, you can tell the difference. Okay, but Central is really bad, and Victoria's gotten worse. Okay, next is Councilwoman.
Mhm. Oh, I guess Paz is not here. She left. Okay, so this Sunday is our Film History Month. Larry Itliong essay contest. It is going on as they wanted to change the date. So it is this Sunday. And at 9:30, Philippine Independence Day Foundation, Juna Glipay is organizing a Film History Month Freedom Walk or March or Parade like they've had. It's going to start at the Jose Rizal Monument, as it has been so many years. Then they will go into Hall A, B, and C, and where we will continue. So even though it's a short day, it is packed. I wanted to mention the keynote speakers. We do have inspirational and significant keynote speakers. We have Joe Verata, who's an educator and activist, and he is the trustee for the Filipino American National History Society. So he will be our keynote speaker. On the labor side, we have Cynthia Bonta. She is our keynote speaker. She's flying in from Sacramento. She walked with Larry Itliong. She was part of that entire labor movement. She was there. And she is our keynote speaker. And for those of you who don't know, Cynthia Bonta's son is our Attorney General, Rob Bonta. And then we also have Johnny Itliong, the son of Larry Itliong, and his family will be here as a keynote speaker as well. So this Sunday, the parade starts at 9:30 with Philippine Independence Day Foundation. It'll continue into Carson Community Center. And then they will conclude with the Larry Itliong Art Essay Contest. So all this Sunday, join us as you have many, many years. And mabuhay. Maraming salamat. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. On the issue of the streets not being paved, does the staff need more funding from us? Because it doesn't seem to be. It seems that the contractors that worked in the districts, they stopped. And have they restarted, or can we get an answer from the staff on that? That's one thing.
That is accurate. So when we finish the paving in phase 7, on that particular schedule, the contractors in question, they had other jobs to go to. They'll be back beginning the end of this month. So next week, we're expecting them to be back and start paving again in phase 8.
So we can tell the residents that it's going to start up again.
Yes,
November. Okay,
and
that's good news.
We have been sharing that.
You don't need more funding from us. It's already
Not
in the
yet.
budget, right?
Not yet.
Okay. Second of all, I want to give my 1234 oral report. I attended the California League of Cities conference in Long Beach representing the city of Carson, and I was very happy to see a large number of our staff, upper management staff, and other staff at the conference. So they were able to interact with the workshop presenters, the other elected officials and appointed officials, and of course staffs from other cities. has really interesting conversations with the people from various communities around the state of California. Um, I had an opportunity to meet with TransTech on some issues, and also Larry Cosmont, a frequent contractor for the city of Carson. He does very good work for us. And so that's basically my report for that conference. And I guess that's it. I want to say good night to everyone. God bless you. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. My thank yous again go out to my team, consisting of my two Lulu girls. The Jazz Festival is off the chain, the largest event that we've ever had. And I want to thank, yes, it was the largest event, and I don't know what's going to happen to top it next year, but we're thinking about that right now. But I want to thank all the staff for coming out and for your support. And it was a good day, a good event. Eric Benet was so excited. He thinks I've forgotten. He says, I'm so excited. I love being here. I'm coming back free next year. So did you? I got a witness. Okay. He says, I'm coming back free next year because this is the best. So I'm calling him. I already have a call in to him to say thank you. But the staff did a phenomenal job. And I know there were some, you always have in-house things, but from the spectators, except those 40 people that were smoking, we need to address that. I don't know how you address 40 people smoking and 5, 6, 7,000 people. I didn't see it, so I don't know. But anyway, she had expressed a concern. But anyway, thank you to the staff and for everyone for coming out. And then we followed up with the best women's conference you have ever seen in your life. What? We were shooting for 600 people. We ended with 9 plus, 300 young adults that fill the Dominguez room, 600 senior adults, and to Mickey Sanchez. What can I say? The decorations, the flowers were phenomenal. And the sessions, the doctors are lining up. Please have me back next year. Please, these are medical doctors and they want to come back. And the panelists that did panels, they want their own session. So again, like I said, you can't put a price tag on volunteers. And the Jazz Festival had 40 volunteers working. The Women's Conference had a different 40 that's working. So don't run away my volunteers. They are there at 5 in the morning, working, making sure everything is set up, that's dress right dress. So what I'm saying to staff, that's free labor. And it's not about volunteers telling staff what to do. It's about them augmenting what they cannot do. Okay, and that's why I value them so much. And you always see me with volunteers. I don't even know how to tie my shoe without one. So I appreciate my volunteers. I really, really do. And that's the message that I want to send for all of our special events. You can't pay for this labor. And they love doing it, but they do not love coming out and being micromanaged and not, they like things dress right dress, and sometimes staff will put on an event and say, oh, I did it, and it's over. And so that's what I tell my girls when they first said, oh, we got 300 people. I said, you better go get 600 more. That's 300 is failure to me. So I set high expectations, and I think our staff does. And I'm looking forward to our conference on Sunday. And the town hall meeting was great at Anderson Park. It's tomorrow. Oh, I got to get up. Oh, okay. The town hall meeting at Anderson Park was great. Very well attended, about 50 people, 60 people in attendance. And they were so thankful that we're bringing the message to them. And so it's a good day. And I want to thank this staff for doing what you do and getting us the recognition that we deserve as a city, long overdue. And when I tell you, when we left the Japanese delegation, everybody here come the jewel of the South Bay. That was it. And that song said it all. So they appreciated what we did. We went fully equipped, fully loaded, did our presentation, and it was like, well, they didn't tell us that. I said, you didn't read your assignment. We read ours. So thank you to the staff and everyone. And without any other further comments, Mr. City Manager, staff, you have any comments? So, okay, we can go home. Meeting's adjourned.
Madam Mayor, memorial
Memorial
adjournments.
Oh,
adjournments.
memorial adjournments. Oh, I done closed the agenda.
This is the list of names that the city clerk was given. Bruce Bernard Campbell, Juanita Lewis, Diane Keaton, Flor de Lisa Lecaros, or if there's any other names that mayor and council would like to add.
They're waiting to call.
Bishop.
They want to add D'Angelo to the list. Oh, let's bow our heads. Father, thank you for your incredible kindness. We pray for the people's family whose names were read on the list. We pray that you would give them comfort and strength. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
And Madam Mayor,
Yes.
I just want to wish my youngest daughter, who's turning 24. This is the baby that was born 2 pounds 2 ounces and the same size as my hand. She's now 24 years old.
Okay. Before you leave, the amphitheater's grand opening is when? Thursday at 10 o'clock. Our new amphitheater, we will have a ribbon cutting ceremony. Okay? Thank you, guys and ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ, you old.